We welcome you back to Madison Square Garden, opening night for the 2012-2013 New York Knicks. They were scheduled to open last night in Brooklyn against the Nets. That was postponed to later this month, but they will begin tonight against the Miami Heat. Anthony will try again. Ray Allen, who said no to Boston and said yes to Miami. He's now a member of the Heat. And boy, did he play well in his first game on Tuesday against his former team.
He did what he does. One of the elite shooters of all time.
Raymond Felton knocks down a three. Felton last year played in Portland and had a poor season. Admitted he wasn't in shape. The team certainly underachieved.
What a wonderful pass by Kidd.
Anthony wide open for three. And the Knicks off to a strong start. Oh, nice move from Felton. Kicks it out. Anthony for three. Puts it in. 8-0 run. And Anthony, after missing his first couple of shots, has nailed 3 in a row. It's a busy sports weekend, Doris, as the Knicks open tonight. The Giants are at home on Sunday as Anthony knocks down another. Carmelo Anthony missed his first 3 shots, but he's 4 for his last 5. Allen kicks it out. Cole left open again, this time short. Anthony feeling it. Puts it in. 3-pointer, Carmelo Anthony. An 18-point lead. Anthony launches up another. Oh, it goes in at the buzzer, capping off a fabulous first quarter. Anthony drives on Lewis, gets inside, count it, and one. Hard drive from Carmelo Anthony, and his terrific first half continues. Anthony, good open look, hasn't had many of those. The lead back up to 17. Timeout Miami. Smith guarding James now. Powers in. Good help defense from Chandler. Ball knocked loose. Knicks have a 2-on-1. Anthony and Kidd. Anthony scoots by and lays it in.
But very slow in transition by the big three of Miami right there.
Novak for 3. He thought he got hit. Both teams now exchanging buckets from downtown. Anthony knocks it in. Carmelo Anthony with 28. Copeland misses his first NBA attempt, and that'll do it. A 20-point win by the Knicks as they hit 19 3-pointers, led by Carmelo Anthony's 30 points.
Our starting lineups, same 5 that started for Mike Woodson on Friday night, with Jason Kidd at the 2 guard and Ronnie Brewer at the small forward. Nick Young and Thaddeus Young both out there for the 76ers. Here's Brewer. Anthony, the quick move, and lays it in. Overpowering Young. Again, that's where Young they wanted him to work on. Turner drives out, blocked by Anthony. There comes Kidd the other way. Played his college ball in Philadelphia, Temple, 2nd-round pick. Anthony puts it in. And the good shooting continues from downtown. Knicks 3 of 5 to start. And here comes Nick Young. Anthony in pursuit. Knocks it away. Tried to save it, but throws it out of bounds as Carmelo Anthony goes diving over the Sixers bench into the crowd. And gets a nice ovation from the fans.
Oh, watch their rejection. Now, Melo, don't do this. Knicks have enough problems with injuries as he catapults into the crowd.
Great hustle from Carmelo Anthony as the Knicks lead by 7.
Knicks making precarious passes now. The last 2, they've turned it over.
Raymond Felton now 3 for 6 from the field. He's got 7.
Remember, they had Lou Williams, who was very potent for them off the bench, and Meeks. Good 3-point shooters, but now Wright filling that role.
Carmelo Anthony, nice soft touch. He has 7.
Young reluctant to come up.
And again with Andrew Bynum coming back as Anthony gets to the basket. Good hard drive from Carmelo Anthony. And he's in double figures with 11. Oh, quick spin move from Anthony. Counted and one. Pretty play from Carmelo Anthony.
That brought the crowd to their feet.
Anthony almost with the steal. Wright gets it back. Throws it, stolen by Kidd. Anthony has plenty of time. Drives on Holiday and lays it in. Terrific defense. And they have their largest lead of the half. Anthony knocks down the shot. And the Knicks have their largest lead of the afternoon. It's an open look there. Back-to-back jumpers for Carmelo Anthony. Anthony shoots and scores. Saw the mismatch. Royale Ivy, who's only about 6'4", was on him. And Anthony able to put it in. Another chance of Marcus Camby. Probably won't play this afternoon. Anthony knocks it down. Lead back up to 14. And the fans get on their feet as the Knicks will begin the 2012-2013 campaign at 2-0.
Live from the world's most famous arena, this is Friday Night Knicks presented by Dodge. The Knicks and the Dallas Mavericks. One of these teams will have their 3-game winning streak come to an end tonight.
Oh, strip Carmelo Anthony. He's had a few of those. It looks like he got Crowder in the face. Carter, well short. Brewer puts it into the hands of Felton right away.
Backdoor.
Backdoor to Anthony. Boy, Raymond Felton is really seeing the floor well. About a 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Carter is talking to Carmelo Anthony. They're having a conversation. And Anthony's laughing. Anthony goes right at him, gets inside, banks it in. Tough shot and a good aggressive move.
Crowder doing a good job on Melo.
Carmelo Anthony goes right past him, though. Looked like he was playing a little possum there. And Carter has discovered the fountain of youth here tonight.
That time 15 feet away with the switch.
Sometimes there are nights scoring just looks so easy for him. Just like that man, Carmelo Anthony. Quick spin move. He's got 14.
Always a Cardinal sin, giving up the baseline. Kidd to steal.
Anthony to Kidd. And Jason Kidd, yes, he'll shoot occasionally as well. Nice feed from Carmelo Anthony. And Rick Carlisle wants a timeout. Jones from the left side. Felton looking to push ahead to Kidd.
Good transition D, almost by the Mavs.
Anthony for three. Carmelo Anthony coming up big in the second quarter. He's got 19 points total.
Mavs applying pressure. They know how much time is on the shot clock.
Anthony, tough shot, drills it. Anthony thought he got hit again. He's already picked up a technical so far tonight.
It's a pick and roll, but they're taking it away. Good job by the Mavs.
Carmelo Anthony, tough shot. Chandler mistimed the ball, batted out. Anthony open from the corner. It's good. Three-pointer, Carmelo Anthony. He's having words with Dante Jones, his former teammate who was guarding him earlier. The rookie right up on Carmelo Anthony, drives hard, banks it in, and a foul. Carmelo Anthony with 31. And for the fourth straight game, the Knicks will win by double figures. It's their best start in 19 years, and the Garden crowd gives them a standing ovation.
Here's the Knicks starting five for tonight. Jason Kidd and Raymond Felton in the backcourt. Kidd actually starts at the off-guard position, one of the great point guards of all time. Raymond Felton, Tyson Chandler, Carmelo Anthony, averaging 27 points per game, and Ronnie Brewer, an important newcomer for Mike Woodson. Tyson Chandler scores the first New York points. They throw it in deep for Anthony. A flower fronting Carmelo Anthony, and they just threw it over the top. Carmelo Anthony steps back and fires. Anthony leads the NBA in field goals attempted per game, 21. Anthony wants the ball again. This time Etuan Moore finds himself matched up. That's not bad defense. You make Anthony settle for a long two. He knocked it in.
The Magic are loading up on that side of the ball, and he's still able to shoot.
Anthony off the Magic mistake. Anthony taking it into the lane, kicking it out to J.R. Smith. The three ball is good for Smith. He has just been on fire. Carmelo Anthony driving on Davis, puts it in. 10 for Carmelo Anthony. All right, thank you, Megan, as Carmelo Anthony ties the score at 41 very quickly after that timeout. Here's Anthony against Josh McRoberts. Anthony backing, spinning, and firing. Off the lip of the rim. 14 for Carmelo Anthony. He inbounds the ball to Anthony. Under the rim, Anthony puts it in. The help came, but too late.
Aaron really struggled with the shot, even though he hit a three on his previous shot.
Anthony sprung loose, dunks it in.
Nick Vucevic foolishly got all tied up with Tyson Chandler in the post.
Carmelo Anthony. New York making some big-time shots now in the fourth quarter. Anthony pulls the trigger for three. Got it. First three tonight for Carmelo Anthony. Gives New York some breathing room for the first time in a long while. New York Knicks will win a hard-fought 10-point victory against Jock Bond's Orlando Magic.
Here at the FedEx Forum, marquee matchup tonight in the NBA. The undefeated New York Knickerbockers at 6-0 against a team with the second best record in the NBA, the Grizzlies, who've won their last 6 to go 6-1. Again, Anthony on the quick drive to the basket. Tough shot from Carmelo Anthony. Had his headband knocked sideways.
Gay's going to have trouble with Anthony. Anthony kind of owns him throughout their careers.
Nice feed inside from Anthony.
Now, they caught Randolph falling asleep.
Tony Allen on the drive. Stripped by Jason Kidd. Ball knocked loose. Allen and Brewer fighting for it. Still on the ground, and Chandler picks it up.
The Knicks need easy baskets tonight, Mike. Out on the break and second chance.
And Anthony nails a three. And there's Jason Kidd in a nutshell. Makes the steal down at one end, and the quick pass because he saw Anthony was open. Anthony drives on Gay. Gay trying to draw a charge, and Carmelo Anthony takes advantage.
Now that was not a flop. He definitely got hit in the chest. That could have been an offensive foul.
Rudy Gay, difficult shot. Fight for the rebound, Rasheed Wallace. Wallace has been an excellent addition in limited minutes. Carmelo Anthony back to Smith, back to Anthony. Open shot for Carmelo Anthony, nice. And there's the ball movement.
Now we all know that a few years ago, J.R. Smith would have shot that shot. All right, instead, he looked, let the defense decide, and then he went to the free man, Carmelo.
Anthony gets his rebound, back up. Good hard move from Anthony, who thought he got fouled.
But you need movement. You need movement here.
Nice feed, and Anthony finishes, and all of a sudden, it's back to 13. Shot clock at 2. Gasol has to hoist it up. Oh, and Anthony gets it. Anthony down the lane and throws it in. The Grizzlies wanted a 24-second violation. Roten will dribble it out, and the Memphis Grizzlies improve to 7-1 and hand the Knicks their first loss of the season with another impressive victory. Same 5 for Mike Woodson. With Ronnie Brewer at the 3, Carmelo Anthony at the 4. Meanwhile, for Frank Vogel and the Pacers, Lance Stevenson, the kid from Lincoln High School in Brooklyn, he's starting with Granger out. Roy Hibbert, David West, Paul George, and George Hill is their starting point guard for the 4-6 Indiana Pacers, who've lost 5 in a row on the road. And in the loss to Memphis on Friday, as Felton brings it up, the way Felton would not stop going at the Grizzlies, even when the Knicks are down big, as Carmelo Anthony knocks down his first.
Hibbert has the hook shot in his repertoire.
Got a wild shot that time. And Ronnie Brewer the rebound.
Good job by Chandler not allowing Hibbert to square up to the basket.
You know, the second worst shooting team in the league so far is Carmelo Anthony. Knocks that one down, and Anthony 2 for 2.
Melo in a nice groove now. Moving and grooving that time.
Felton to Anthony. Anthony struggling a bit with his dribble. Fires away. Hits a 3. Carmelo Anthony 3 for 4. Already with 8 points. Anthony comes off the screen. The jump shot is working. And he shoots out there. They can't block it.
Yeah, and I don't know why he's driving the way he's shooting from the perimeter.
Anthony's pass deflected right back to him, and he puts it in. Tried to get it to Chandler. It got deflected, and Carmelo Anthony with 12 first quarter points.
Melo goes inside again. Hibbert on his case.
It's inside this time. Gets it again. Pumps his fist. 10-point lead. Carmelo Anthony has 16. Felton. Brewer will try another jump shot. Anthony tips it up with the left hand. Nice play from Carmelo Anthony. Felton had a notion. David West daring him, so he puts it up. Anthony the rebound and the putback. Carmelo Anthony with his 6th board. And the Knicks back up by 15.
Look at George now on Melo doing a good job fronting him. Now Melo finally has it.
Backing in, leans up. Nice move, Carmelo Anthony. Beautiful post up. And Anthony now with 26 points, 9 rebounds. The Knicks will improve to 7-1 on the season and 4-0 at home. With a good business-like performance against the Indiana Pacers. Another double-digit victory for Mike Woodson.
Kidd, Felton, Chandler, Brewer, and Anthony. It is a veteran starting lineup. In fact, the New York Knickerbockers are the oldest team in the NBA. Average age is close to 33 years of age. Scott Foster, Tony Brown, and Landis Poole are 3 officials. A clear out for Carmelo Anthony. And that's the way it begins.
That's a tough guard. That's going to be tough all night long.
Clear out again for Anthony. That frees up Raymond Felton.
That's the rotation I'm talking about. When they double team, the rotation's got to be quicker. It's almost automatic.
Aminu's got to go. And it'll be blocked by Tyson Chandler, and that'll do it on the shot clock. So Tyson Chandler with his first block of the game. They wanted to walk. They won't get it. And in the mismatch, Anthony goes to the cup. No help.
You can't leave a player out there mismatch that severely and not go help him.
It'll be Ryan Anderson. Thought it'd be back-to-back as it stays out. Got to get back. Defensive transition. And Anthony with the easy one. It's all even at 10. Floor balanced defensively. Thrown away. Telegraph pass inside. Felton in transition. It'll be Anthony. And he's got the triple. Carmelo Anthony, I mentioned, averaging 24 a game, but only 31% on his threes over the first 8 games of the season. 5 of the shot clock. Help on the baseline is needed. It'll be Jason Kidd. And a break. It's kept alive by Rasheed Wallace right in the hands of Anthony. And another triple. Carmelo Anthony, he is yet to miss. He is 5 of 5 from the field. He's got 2 triples and 12 of the first 19 for the Knicks. Carmelo Anthony bouncing Amino around. He got there. Man that came over on the double, let him slip underneath.
Anthony's shot selection has been pretty good. I mean, he hasn't forced anything other than that one heat check that wasn't close. But other than that, he's played within the offense. And now he's about to get another opportunity.
Darius Miller's got the assignment. And stepping back on the run. He's smiling because if they're going to play single on him, he's not going to do anything but going out of the baseline and fall away from 15.
Here's Anthony isolated, getting the deep catch. That's a lot of dribbles. Easy shot for him. Here he goes again. He's right back at it.
Man, he spins into a bucket. Smith got there late.
Smith.
And Anthony's putting on a show now. It's a very deep veteran squad all of a sudden. And the New York Knicks and what Glenn Grunwald did over the summer. Steve Novak gets the triple. So Carmelo Anthony, and that's what he's done well, is find his teammates. He wasn't filling it up early in most games this year. It'll be J.R. Smith. Long rebound. Is it Burnham? Yep. Raymond Felton in the corner gets the triple. Anthony up against Thomas. Hooked. Got away with it. Threw that chicken wing out.
Man, you know what? I don't know what it was, but it was a pretty good move because I thought that was pretty solid defense by Thomas.
Ronnie Brewer will bring it in. So the starting 5 is back out there for the New York Knicks, including former Hornet Tyson Chandler, and they get it right in the hands of the hot man. And that's Carmelo Anthony. Late close that time by Lance Thomas. 23 for Anthony. Clear out for Carmelo Anthony. Going to run the double or not? Get it out of his hands. They do. Felton gets the best of it. Pick your poison. Raymond Felton. That's so important the first 5-6 minutes of the third. Tells us a lot about whether the Hornets can hang. And I'm talking about hang around in this game. Anthony makes it 8-60-52 with his 11th bucket. He's got 27 points now. Anthony looking for a rhythm. And he got it. Half dozen dribbles later, he felt good. 74-58, and he's got 29. So final 11.8. Don't need to put it up, and that'll do it. It'll be a 22-point win for the Knicks, as they'll go to 8-1 overall, matching the best start in franchise history with the 69-70 squad of Red Holzman and Red Holzman's squad from 72-73.
Starting lineup tonight for New York: Jason Kidd and Raymond Felton in the backcourt, Ronnie Brewer and Carmelo Anthony the forwards, former Mavs Tyson Chandler in the middle at center. Derek Collison misses, and Kidd rebounds. On the run here is Felton going coast to coast, but had no shot. Kidd shooting 50% beyond the arc, and he connects. And the Knicks extend the lead to 5 as we're 2 minutes in.
Boy, and on that last Collison drive, we saw what you're talking about, Harper. If you have to go out there and cover Kaman outside.
Lob to the rim, Melo to Tyson Chandler.
I've seen that a lot in this building, but if Tyson Chandler's got to go away from the basket, so when Collison beats his man, the shot blocker's not there. That's another benefit of Kaman's range.
Excellent points.
New York is 8-1. They're 3-1 against West teams. Their only loss this year was last Friday night on the road at Memphis on the second night of a back-to-back as Melo drives and scores, and he's fouled by Dallas by Kaman. Kidd punched it away from Chris Kaman, and the Knicks recover with a turnover forced of their own.
He was just waiting on Carlson to make that entry pass.
Danger was lurking. Wallace rattles in a three, and look at that turnaround.
You know, on that first shot, we saw Dirk laughing. I kind of like from our angle because he was laughing at Tyson Chandler, who was also laughing. Those guys were talking a little smack and laughing, and, you know, I just thought it was real cool before the game. Tyson Chandler saying he reached out to Dirk. As you see, Raymond Felton knock down another three for the Knicks.
My goodness, that's 8.
Reached out to Dirk and said, hey, I know you're a baller. I know you want to get back. Take your time and come back when it's right.
So Jake Crowder will start this third quarter for Dallas in place of Murphy. Mayo, the defender here. Anthony drives on him. In on Kaman, and Anthony lays it in. Second foul of the game a moment ago on Chris Kaman. Second team foul on Dallas. Turnaround shot good for Carmelo Anthony.
Uh-oh. That's just a great offensive play right there. The shot all over that as far as challenging the shot is concerned.
Posting up Carmelo Anthony. One dribble, rises, buries it.
He's in a groove. He's definitely getting it going right now.
Carlisle sticking with this lineup. A lineup of predominantly bench guys has put the lead into double digits, but here is an attack by Melo down the lane, scores with a foul. Down to 2 minutes left. Anthony is free for three, buries it. And a collective gasp in the arena. Jones puts Dallas up by 3. Here's Felton up the floor. They're out of timeouts at half court. No! The Knicks lose for just the second time this year. Dallas hangs on. 114-111.
Well, we're going with the Knicks. Raymond Felton, Jason Kidd, Tyson Chandler, Ronnie Brewer, and Carmelo Anthony.
And so there's Carmelo knocking down a 3, which brings up a big problem because he has no weaknesses.
Carmelo Anthony answers with a 3.
As a team, the Rockets shoot 42% on the year, and the Knicks shoot 45%.
Carmelo from the outside. Now, Morris can't leave him. That's just, you just can't help.
When you're guarding Carmelo, there's no helping anybody. You stick with him.
Turnover.
Jeremy's got to be careful.
Back to Carmelo again. Carmelo hits again. He's always hot. He wakes up in the morning, he's hot. Back outside now to J.R. Smith. He's the #1 substitute for New York. Anthony to the basket for 2 more. Boy, he is ultra quick.
He's a handful. He can take it off the dribble, or he can spot up and shoot with the best of them.
There's Carmelo putting it up and in.
Oh, my goodness.
Three-pointer. Morris is not convinced.
Morris is like, wow, this guy's got it going.
T. Jones was at Kentucky last year watching Carmelo play.
He didn't see this at Kentucky.
No.
Chandler Parsons going to have to check in with after a very short rest.
And who's he going to have to guard?
He's on Carmelo, and that's the matchup that the Rockets want. They want Chandler to be guarding Carmelo.
I don't, because he might get in foul trouble. All the good shooters.
Carmelo's a handful one-on-one. You're going to have to eventually double him.
Smith comes out on Kidd now. Kidd will go back. And they'll go back to Carmelo now. He's working on Harden. And cross court. Basket is good by Raymond Felton.
Finally gets one to go down. He's been struggling tonight.
Felton picked up by Lynn now. Anthony fakes it, gets around Morris, lays it up, and in.
Boy, Carmelo is quick.
And he makes it look easy.
He came ready tonight. You just don't want the Knicks to go off on one of those long 10-0 runs, and Felton gives it back to Anthony, and Anthony hits a 3.
He picks up right where he left off in the first half. Carmelo's on fire. He's
5 for 6.
He's playing with some energy that I haven't seen in a long time from him.
3-pointer by Raymond Felton. Carmelo might get 91.
And by himself.
Well, if you keep helping off of him, he will.
Don't ever leave him.
He's single-handedly keeping the Knicks in the game. Reggioni back to Smith. Taking it down to Carmelo. Smart play. He had Cook fronting him.
Cook is a little bit too small for Carmelo.
The Rockets need a basket, and Daquan Cook says, thank you very much. I'll step up and do it. These two teams are hitting a week worth of threes, 10 of 18 for Houston. I mean, this is an incredible three-point performance by these two teams. And
Carmelo says, I got a mouse in the house.
Anthony puts it up and in.
Patrick, anytime Carmelo sees Patrick Patterson, I think he laughs.
131 points, ties a Toyota Center record. The Rockets put it on the best team in the NBA.
And for Mike Woodson, the same five with Felton, Kidd, Chandler, Brewer, and Carmelo Anthony. As the Knicks look to bounce back after the 2 losses in a row.
Felton flips it up. Ronnie Brewer the rebound.
Anthony fires away. That's a 3. Carmelo Anthony from downtown, where after a career-high 7 against Houston, he's up to 39% from three-point range. Anthony looking to post up. Now pulls up for the jump shot. Well, Carmelo Anthony 2 for 2 to start from the field. Anthony drives hard to the basket. Oh, pretty play. Carmelo Anthony was 3 for 3 to start.
And I mentioned this when in the championship when Willis Reed came on the court. I saw Wes Chamberlain Baylor staring at him. That gave us so much confidence, man. So when you see their leaders in disarray, gives you some confidence.
Carmelo Anthony red hot to start. He's got 10 already on 4 for 4 from the field. And Felton kicks it out. Kidd the extra pass. Anthony's got it going early. Again, 5 for 5.
That sounds familiar, Mike. You were saying that the last game.
Anthony has got the field going again. Knocks down another 3. 6 for 6. And he's got 15 points in less than 9 minutes. Anthony out to J.R. Smith. Off the dribble. Nails it. And the Knicks go up by 7. Trying to get the one-on-one coverage. Stuckey looking to help. Anthony spins. Tough shot again from Carmelo Anthony. Getty gets inside, knocked away. Here comes Candy leading the break to Carmelo Anthony. Smith, right corner 3. That's good. 5th three-pointer of the half for the Knicks, who go up by 9. And Detroit will call timeout. Anthony's had a big first half. Drives inside, and the finish. 21 first half points for Carmelo Anthony. Felton's a bulldog. Kicks it out, Anthony. 3-pointer. It's good. Carmelo Anthony from downtown. Knicks back up by 15. Anthony to the basket. Oh, tough shot from Carmelo Anthony. And the Knicks back up by 14. He's got 29. Well, the Knicks improved to 5-0 here at Madison Square Garden. They hit 17 three-pointers. 6 players in double figures, and Mike Woodson gets the much-needed victory.
Here is a look at the starting lineups. And the Knicks, as you mentioned, adjusting with Kidd out, so Kurt Thomas makes his very first start of the season. Up front with Carmelo Anthony and Tyson Chandler, Ronnie Brewer, Raymond Felton in the backcourt. Beautiful job by the Knicks defensively. Anthony lobs it for Chandler. Off the trap. Knicks come up with the steal and the fast break bucket. High dribble by Anthony as he knocks it down for Carmelo, his first field goal. Anthony watched by Wallace. Down to 5 seconds. Carmelo. Oh, what a move. Craig Mike Woodson in his first full season as head coach of the Knicks is Carmelo Anthony. Able to hit once again, so the Nets now lead by 1. We have a lot of veterans on the floor here.
That was being
this
kind.
evening, yes.
Yeah. 4 of the oldest 8 players.
Oh, the lob from Candy to Anthony. 7/10 of a second remaining on the 24. Anthony for 3. Oh, it bounded home. And that all took place with 7/10 of a second, which is enough time to catch and shoot.
Unbelievable. That hit right off the top of the backboard, but came back in.
Nice move. Carmelo Anthony on the drive. 15 points for Carmelo. Shot clock to 5. Anthony for 3.
Oh,
yes.
My goodness. There's no guarding that. I mean, Wallace stayed with him, but the quick pullback dribble and then rising up to shoot that 3, that's just unstoppable.
Wallace defending on Anthony, goes to the step back and hits. 8 for 14, 21 points for Anthony.
The Nets are very good. They're solid. But they don't have anybody quite like Carmelo.
Off an impossible angle, double teamed, able to knock it down. 23 points. And Anthony has scored 15 of the Knicks' last 21. Felton. Anthony on the foul. He thought he was fouled prior to that shot. So The Knicks now lead it by 2. They had missed 13 consecutive shots at one stretch. Knicks in possession, down by 5. Here's Felton making the turn. Chandler could not get to it. Good job by Lopez. Ball battle away from behind by Felton. Anthony for 3. 81-79. The Nets with a 2-point lead. That's the third 3 of the game for Carmelo Anthony. He has 33 points in all. The Nets, in this first ever meeting between the Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets, come away with the victory. The Nets go to 9-4. So they're tied with the Knicks, the top spot in the Atlantic Division. 1 game behind Miami. They're 7-1 here at Barclays Center, and they've won 6 straight at home, their longest such streak since back in December of 2003.
For the Knicks tonight on the Wisconsin Lottery lineups, Raymond Felton playing very well for New York, Ronnie Brewer, Tyson Chandler, former Buck Kurt Thomas, and the man, Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony for 3.
See, Jim, I don't think you should ever come off of him.
Carmelo Anthony for 3.
Tobias Harris came out on Carmelo, kind of slow. No, you got to run at him and jump with your hand in the air, make him put it on the floor, and then get help.
Oh! ISO for Carmelo Anthony. He gets it back.
But when you're that good, you don't need to give him 2 chances. Good defense at the beginning of that, but the reload gives them advantage.
So you can run them and you can get the 3. Get the rebound, and you can kick it out like they do. Drawn kick for 3s. That's a 3-ball. Carmelo Anthony. He's up to 16 points. Tobias Harris against Carmelo. He gets the tough assignment every night.
He was fouled on that play.
Probably was. He was bumped pretty well.
Hands on him, everything. No call.
Just over 2 minutes in the second. Carmelo on this end. Tobias was there. Dallenberg there. Can't stop him. 18 points. New York at 53%. It's the 12th Carmelo. He scores on the 13th tonight, so he has 22 on 13 attempts. That's what the Bucks are watching. Talking about playing Boston 4 times in 25 games. This is one of the 3-time teams for the Bucks this year. They will play the Knicks just 3 times. That's Carmelo Anthony again. He has 24 points on 14 shots. Carmelo Anthony and 1. 102.88 New York, right on their average, 102.3. They get to 102 tonight and win by 14. That's your final score.
Kurt Thomas will start once again. Jason Kidd will miss his 4th straight game. Chandler and Carmelo Anthony up front with Ronnie Brewer back at the 2 and Raymond Felton at the point. Raymond Felton comes off the screen and nails his first. Beasley fires away, rattles that one in. He's a guy that can put up 25 to 30 on a given night. His consistency's still not there.
Still an enigma. Second-round pick, second pick overall coming into the league, but has not played up to expectations.
Carmelo Anthony hits.
Hello to mismatch.
Oh, nice move, Carmelo Anthony. Once again, mixing it up the way he scores. Anthony wide open, hits a 3. 6 of 7 from the field and a 12-2 run. Jeremy a little sloppy, couple of turnovers as Beasley flips it up there. Ball batted nicely away by Novak. Carmelo Anthony back in the game, gets the feed, can't finish the offensive rebound and foul.
Melo's very adept at that. If he misses so quickly, he goes up.
Anthony inside, banks it in, and a foul. Scola got there late. He hits the free throw. Tough turnaround shot. It's good. Carmelo Anthony now with 15.
Looking for a little deja vu, and he gets it.
Rattles it in again. Those last 2 shots are 2 tough shots.
Right, falling away.
Chandler can't get it to go.
Good job by Morris denying him.
Brewer comes up with it, out to Anthony.
Another offensive rebound by the Knicks.
Felton for 3. Raymond Felton has been red hot from outside. Beasley drives down, poked away by Carmelo Anthony. Hustles, saves it. Second time with a nice save from Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony for 3. That's good. Knicks now 8 of 20 from downtown. Anthony for 3. That one from way downtown, and Carmelo Anthony now at 23. Anthony trying to draw the foul, doesn't, but still gets the basket to go.
An excellent defense by Tucker. Not going for his antics, stand on his feet, but Melo would not be denied.
Anthony against Tucker. Not a good shot on the double team.
Brown is open.
And Brown down the other way, slapped away by
Carmelo Anthony. He didn't give up on the play. Brown thought he got hit. Anthony for three. Brewer keeps it alive, but Dragic comes out of the pack.
We finally got a pace to this game now.
Carmelo Anthony goes hard, draws the foul on Tucker, who didn't stand a chance on that one. Shot clock turned off. Anthony fires and puts it in. Three-pointer for Carmelo Anthony. And that gives him 30 for the afternoon. Anthony, nice hesitation. The opening was closed. He waited and then powers in. And the lead back up to 12. Anthony trying to finish and Gortat upset. And Anthony will go back to the free throw line. The Knicks stay undefeated at home. 7-0 at the Garden as they win their third straight game to improve to 12-4.
You know, by just thinking, watching the starting lineups, Carmelo Anthony announced to the crowd, thunderous ovation, which he's getting night in and night out. Last year, that wasn't the case often. I mean, there were times where he was getting booed. There were mixed reactions when he was introduced. There were stretches when he got the ball. He was doing too much one-on-one when the crowd was booing him. He has turned it around with some of his best overall play of his career.
Alley-oop! Oh, Smith almost threw it down with his left hand as Prigioni wanted that one. Chandler, the offensive rebound. Prigioni to Anthony. Good mid-range jumper there. Credit Tyson Chandler for getting the Knicks a second opportunity.
When you're playing, playing the villain on the road, is that something that motivated you, or it just was part of the deal?
It motivated me and our team and with the bad boys because you couldn't fail. If you failed, they got off. They had a great time. So we played out of fear of failure rather than just trying to win the basketball game.
Lawson drives inside, trying to draw contact.
Chandler finally gets a rejection.
Kid to Anthony. Anthony for three.
It's good.
And the Knicks 5 of 11 from downtown. The lead is up to 6.
All of this is energy taken away from Melo doing all of this.
Finds Brewer. Brewer likes that corner three. Chandler bats it out again. Anthony for three. Puts it in. Once again, Tyson Chandler keeps it alive, and Carmelo Anthony the beneficiary. Anthony, tough turnaround shot.
And going along the baseline, no double teaming could occur.
Kidd to Anthony. Nice spot from Jason Kidd. He was waiting for Anthony to get open. And a quick bounce pass for his 5th assist. Smith on the drive. Back out to Kidd. Up top, Anthony. Anthony for three. 7-point lead. Anthony against Gallinari. Back up Smith. Puts up a three. Puts it in. J.R. Smith. And the Knicks lead by 9. Largest lead of the night. This is both Anthony with the tip in.
Iguodala not blocking out.
5 straight points now for Denver. It's back to 4. Anthony got hit in the face. Tough shot. Puts it in. Carmelo Anthony, 32. And the lead back to 6 as we come up to 2 minutes remaining. They're playing a lot of minutes. 32. Anthony gets it. Shot clock at 7. Anthony drives across the lane. Flips it up and in. 11 points in the quarter for Carmelo Anthony. Iguodala. Smith puts a hand up. That shot won't go. Fight for the rebound. Chandler has it out to Kidd, and that will do it. The Knicks stay undefeated at home with a gritty come-from-behind win here in the 4th quarter, and Mike Woodson is fired up.
And outside the Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York. Knicks and Nets, round 2. Be interesting to see how well those two coexist tonight. Side by side, courtside. Felton with the floater. Rebounded by Evans. And Brewer with the steal. Jason Kidd shooting 50%, and you see why from downtown.
And it'll be interesting when both he and Shumpert come back, how Mike Woodson handles, as Anthony knocks it in, how he handles their place in the rotation. Does he start one or both?
Wallace on Anthony. Carmelo with a nice move and got all the way to the bucket. Anthony in isolation again, a turnaround shot. And he's got 8. Williams on the drive. Had it knocked away. Evans had it blocked by Wallace. Felton for 3. Got it. That's a pretty loud cheer for the Barclays Center when the Knicks score. Carmelo with the three, and he knocks it down. The New York Knicks, remember, knocking down almost 12 three-pointers a game. Anthony against Wallace. They double team him. Didn't matter. That one halfway down and out for Darren Williams. Anthony in rhythm. And another three ball for Carmelo Anthony. Anthony with an open look from three. Got it. And Melo slices the lead to a tenuous 4 points. He's got 20 already. Game clock is off. 10 seconds to go in the half. Melo on the drive. All the way to the bucket with 1.8 to go. Get over to Brewer. Carmelo for three. Wow. They need to throw some water on him. He is sizzling. Melo. Kidd for three. It is simply amazing the way that Jason Kidd has remade himself as a three-point shooter. Anthony, meanwhile, on the quick drive and one. So out of the timeout, coach. They get a three-point opportunity from Carmelo. Prigioni has given the Knicks some good minutes in the early part of the season here, the veteran of the Argentina national team. Had a chance to talk with him prior to the game, asked him about the biggest adjustment as Melo gets loose underneath. And Prigioni said the biggest adjustment for me has been the sheer number of games. Felton back to Carmelo for three. And Carmelo makes it a one-point contest. Carmelo Anthony, wow. Unbelievable, a season high for Melo with 39 points and the meter still running with a little over 6 minutes to play. Melo off the miss. Chandler had his back in the tip and New York takes the lead from Brooklyn. Timeout. Nets. Wow. A crash to the court, no whistle, and Gerald Wallace is still lying on the court. The Knicks have numbers of 5-on-4. Wallace now just getting up and limping back.
Smith is hurt as well.
And Carmelo appropriately deciding the issue with a pull-up jumper. Carmelo is fouled. Hear that MVP chant raining down on Carmelo Anthony. Brooklyn with a full timeout remaining.
They don't need a three. Go to the rim.
Johnson. Guarded by Felton. Wallace, not the guy you want. They'll get another chance. Williams for the tie. Ball game. Knicks win.
Carmelo, you were born in Brooklyn, lived here until you were 9, but you're also looking opposite a team that much has been made of the rivalry. Was this a matter of personal pride, your performance tonight?
I wanted to win. I felt like last game, we lost that game on our own. It wasn't nothing that the Nets did. We made some plays down the stretch. Overtime, we got tired. This game, you know, fatigue didn't set in. We made the right plays when it counted, got some stops, and we won the game.
Tyson Chandler has said you are a different guy. What is different about Carmelo Anthony this season?
I'm just focused. I'm real focused. My teammates are focused. We all buying into one another. We trust one another, and we know what's at hand. We want to win.
There is a play inside 3 minutes. It was an extra effort. How much of this team is about toughness?
Well, we mentally tough. Physically, we tough. And we go out there, we do what we got to do to win basketball games. Tonight was a tough win on the road, and we'll take it.
Congratulations, Melo. Jonesy.
For the Knicks, Carmelo Anthony playing the best basketball of his NBA career. Season high 45 the other night against the Nets. And how about Jason Kidd? 6 more three-pointers the other night. Leads the NBA in shooting the three at 53%. He's now the shooting guard. Shot clock to 3. Anthony, yes! Off the steal. Carmelo with the pull-up. Another 3 for Carmelo Anthony.
That's been the story for the Lakers. Turnovers.
As Jamison fires one up, comes up short. Here's Kidd. Anthony back, pulls it up, wide open. Oh, my goodness.
You know, Mark, Carmelo Anthony, them 2 shots he took, I didn't like those shots, but they went in. They're shooting these threes at an unbelievable level right now.
That's a 3-point attempt by the one-time Nick Chris Duhon. Chandler felt he was pushed. Halfway through this opening quarter, 18-13 lead for the Knicks. Anthony, yes! He has been unconscious, 4 for 4, 3 from downtown, 11 points in all, and the Knicks lead by 7.
Bryant said this morning that while he's always hopeful that every game is the game that the Lakers will start to turn things around, the problem is he doesn't know which Lakers team will show up. I asked him if he was worried about wasting an individual start that is, at least statistically, the best of his career. And Bryant said, I think that every year we don't win a title is a waste.
Trying to get it back, now recovered. And the Knicks going to reset. Jordan Hill, originally a first-round pick of the Knicks. Anthony! Carmelo Anthony explodes. He has 15 points, 6 of 7 from the field. In and out. Back tap, Knicks on it. Already it's the Knicks' highest first quarter total of the season. Yes! And it counts. Carmelo Anthony will head to the line. You know what Woodson's record is since taking over? Not counting playoffs, 34-11, which is incredible. It's Carmelo Anthony now has 22 points in this opening quarter. On the turnover, Anthony takes advantage. The other factor, though, how often have the Lakers been able to practice since D'Antoni took over? Not that it would matter without Gasol and Nash. I realize that.
No, that's a major factor. No training camp, very little practice time. Carmelo's going to get fouled and scores using that brute strength.
That'll wrap it. The Knicks go to 17-5, their best start in 12 years. They won 8 of the last 9. Number 1 in the East now, as they gain on Miami. They're now 2 full games in front of the Heat.
Nothing like New York City during the holidays as the crowd continues to file in Madison Square Garden. Third meeting in about 3 weeks between the Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets. And they have been 2 good games so far as the crowd getting fired up. Anthony, before that injury, was just playing spectacular basketball. Jason Kidd, his three-pointer won't go. Brewer tips it. Anthony will try a three-pointer, knocks it down. He is shooting a career-high 45.5% from three-point range this season. Humphries gets around, knocked away. Good defense from Anthony. Something that Knicks fans have seen quite a bit of this year.
The Nets have always been good in that Jason Kidd run.
As Carmelo Anthony gets that one to go, his second field goal. Williams trying to go against Felton. Out to Joe Johnson. J.R. Smith in pursuit. And Johnson comes up short. Quick outlet. Nice pass from Chandler. Carmelo Anthony sidesteps. Oh, pretty play. But credit Chandler in that quick outlet. We get an update in just a moment from Chris Broussard as Anthony against Reggie Evans. Puts it up, puts it in. A 2-pointer for Carmelo Anthony. And he's got 11 points. J.R. Smith with a hand in his face, and Chandler, the tip gets to Anthony, hits a 3. Tyson Chandler has been doing that all season long. Did it last year quite a bit as well. But more this year, Kidd left open and hits another 3. Anthony against Humphries, drives on him, pull-up shot, it's good. 15 first-half points for Carmelo Anthony. Lopez.
I mean, look at that defense. Lopez knocked it in.
Shot.
Hey, Lopez is incredibly talented offensively. Oh, that's terrific low-post defense by Kurt Thomas.
Anthony crossover move, pull-up jumper, knocks it down. Carmelo Anthony's kind of picking up where he left off. 17th first-half points. Felton and Chandler once again hooking up beautifully. And as I said earlier, they had these two of the best in terms of alley-oop the most. Although Rajon Rondo is second with Garnett, and I think he's third with Chris Wilcox. So Rondo's.
But what opens that up, Mike, is the shooting. So J.R. Smith comes in for Brewer, and now as Anthony knocks it in.
Carmelo Anthony continues to shoot so well from three-point range. So Bogans is now on Carmelo Anthony. Wallace switches off on Copeland. Anthony the drive, head fake, leans in, pretty play. Bogan spots up, he'll try again. And Felton the rebound, quick outlet Anthony. Anthony going at Wallace, stops, leans in, layup is good. Watson from way outside. And Kidd throws it ahead, deflected, but it gets to Anthony, fires up a 3, and puts it in. I was just about to say that was a bad shot, and then he knocks it down.
But people had Carmelo Anthony on the defensive asking, could one of the great scorers in this era fit in with a rookie point guard?
Anthony hits it again. And he hits the 30-point mark once again. Timeout. The final score, 186.
Felton and Kidd in the backcourt with Chandler, Brewer, and Carmelo Anthony up front for Mike Whitson. And we're underway. Kidd will try a three. And that's off the mark. Chandler once again. It's his patented tip back. And Anthony able to knock down the three-pointer. Knicks missed 10 of their first 11 shots. Anthony fakes, drives, pulls up. Two-point shot for Carmelo Anthony. Well, he missed his first four, but has hit his last two. Anthony goes right at Noah. Power move from Carmelo Anthony. Whoa, loser. Ball tipped and taken by Novak.
Let's see if they can get some movement here. Move the ball and move themselves.
Anthony gets it inside. Butler went for the steal and got burned as Jason Kidd set him up and a 6-0 run by the Knicks. Anthony backing in against Butler. Tough turnaround shot. It's good. Chandler gives the Knicks another shot opportunity. Anthony gets it. Shot clock turned off.
This kid has been on his case all night. Butler.
Anthony to the basket. Real aggressive move. That time finishes. Boozer and Heinrich play catch. Shot clock down to 5. Heinrich again using the screen and roll. Gets inside and gets to the rim.
That's vintage Heinrich there. One time now he's limping up the floor like he might have injured something.
Well, he missed a couple of games recently with a bruised knee. It was his right knee. Anthony's jumper is good. Anthony now at 17. Anthony, tough shot. In traffic, fighting through. Anthony to the basket. Nice move and a foul. Carmelo Anthony lost the headband. Good hard drive. Now he'll get a chance for a three-point play. As Anthony drives in, back out to Smith. J.R. Smith knocks down a three-pointer. Makes it back to 20. They're just exchanging buckets. Prigioni looking. Chris Copeland's come into the game. Anthony drives down. Nice move from Anthony. Anthony now at 28. Copeland guarding Noah. Pass inside. Swatted away by Anthony. Well, the final score was only 4. Tom Thibodeau can't be happy with the way it closed out, but it's got to be thrilled with the victory. As the Knicks suffer their second loss at home in 3 games.
Raymond Felton, Jason Kidd, Tyson Chandler, Carmelo Anthony, and Ronnie Brewer on the floor for the New York Knicks. Anthony working on Kirilenko, and Carmelo Anthony gets his first points of the night.
That's his sweet spot, right box post up.
Lexi Shved's shooting over 33% from beyond the arc now. On the season, he has become a legitimate threat. So has Carmelo Anthony. Just takes that basketball away from Alexi. It goes down for the easy bucket. Nice ball movement there by the Knicks to get Carmelo Anthony wide open for 3.
He has got just beautiful shooting technique. It's just a thing of beauty. It's poetic.
Pekovic inside, gets the basketball back, puts it up. Felton will bring it up. Gets picked up by Barea. Anthony inside to Tyson Chandler, who will throw it down. Shot clock down to 3. Ridnour to Pekovic, and he's got 2 more points.
Right in your face. Getting my poster. Tyson Chandler. He's got the big tattoo there. I mean, come on. He leads center in menacing tattoos, that's for sure.
Anthony will fire another 3. Well, if you go to the well enough, eventually you're going to get something. Knicks 1 of 5 from 3-point range in this quarter. Carmelo Anthony, they'll go ahead and take the easy 2.
You can't get on the outside of Carmelo Anthony trying to deny the basketball. You got to stay between him and the basket.
Pekovic. Step back for Peck, doesn't go.
That's not Peck's thing. That right shoulder turnaround jump shot.
No, we talked about that earlier. Absolutely.
You cannot stop him. He just is a locomotive. He's just like LeBron James in terms of strength, but he's longer and he's more skilled.
Carmelo Anthony. That's one of those where, you know, you played great defense, and it's just Carmelo Anthony being Carmelo Anthony. Pekovic still sitting on the bench. Kirilenko's at the scorer's table. Carmelo Anthony, another highlight reel play there by Carmelo. Ball movement. J.R. Smith will take it baseline, then kick it. Carmelo for three. And the garden erupts.
Yeah, just a matter of time.
Anthony Karolinko commits the foul, and Anthony's going to have a chance for a three-point play as the Knicks retake the lead. Their first lead since it was 5-4.
And now the Knicks, they're just asserting themselves. This is good basketball for them. If you're a Knicks fan, you're saying this is the toughness we've been looking for 15 years.
Correa gets the matchup with Chandler, gets past him and puts it up off the glass.
Now they get it right to Carmelo.
And Carmelo, 9 of 10 at the line now tonight.
He's definitely put his stamp on this game. I mean, he's put a stranglehold on it. What they've done here, the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter, has been really pretty impressive.
All right, so back to a three-point game, and the Wolves will take their timeout. Rittenauer to inbound, guarded by Kidd. Gets it into Shved. 5 seconds to go. Shved will put it up. Up nothing. Well short and out of bounds. And now Kidd will inbound. And Rittenauer tries to catch Felton. The whistle right as time expires.
Yeah, there's going to be time left. Get the cheerleaders off the court.
Well, and upon the replay, they say the foul occurred after triple zeros. So that will officially do it.
Some changes in the lineups for both teams with various injuries happening. First for the Knicks, this is more because of size against the opponent. Kurt Thomas starting at the power forward, shifting Carmelo Anthony to the small forward with Kidd and Felton and Tyson Chandler in the middle for Mike Woodson. And for Mike D'Antoni, Nash at the point guard, Darius Morris always starting in the backcourt as well, with Kobe Bryant moving now to the small forward, Gasol and Howard up front.
And now Darius Morris guarding Carmelo Anthony. That's a size and strength mismatch.
And Anthony knocks down the first shot. You got a lot of old geezers out of the floor. We got 4 of the 6 oldest players in the NBA in this game as Anthony hits the shot and the foul. And a chance for a three-point play. Howard looking to help. Thomas the baseline, and Kurt Thomas 2 for 2.
40 years old and still knows how to play. Defensively, smart and sound. Offensively, can still make a 15 to 17 footer.
Kurt Thomas fakes, Kurt Thomas shoots, and once again, Kurt Thomas hits. He's 3 for 3.
And believe me, after the game, he'll be talking about his TCU days where he led the country in scoring.
So much emphasis as Smith pulls back. J.R. Smith knocks down his first. He's been on a real fine stretch in the last 6 or 7 games. Smith for 3, knocks it down. J.R. Smith's going to have to hoist it up and knocks down the 3. That's a difficult turnaround. And able to hit it from a couple of feet behind the three-point mark.
You're telling me that if Stoudemire was playing with Anthony, with Kidd, and with some of these other guys that they've added, that they wouldn't be successful? I don't agree with that.
Nash poked away from behind by Felton. Nice defensive play. Smith to the basket and lays it in. J.R. Smith showing his athleticism. Ball deflected by Raymond Felton. I was going to ask you about Howard, the premier defensive player in the game, as Carmelo Anthony knocks that down.
And that's what I'm talking about. Don't catch and let him get his feet set. Catch and make your decision quickly. That time, he just raised up and knocked in the short jump shot.
J.R. Smith again. Smith 5 of 8 from the field. He has 12 points to lead the Knicks. And J.R. Smith continues his hot hand. And that's where Mike Woodson likes him, coming off the bench. Smith was hoping maybe he would start this year with Iman Shumpert out with the injury, but Woodson said no. At first, Smith was upset, but he has embraced that role in a big way.
And I like this move by Mike D'Antoni as Carmelo Anthony comes off the staggered screen to get a 2-pointer.
Anthony grimacing a bit as he dribbles up the right side. On the pull-up jumper, Carmelo Anthony 2 for 2 to start here in the third period, much like he started in the first half and then went a bit cold with all the physical defense. Carmelo Anthony from downtown, and the Lakers need timeout. 10 straight points by the Knicks, and Anthony 3 for 3 as New York now with the largest lead by either team here this afternoon. World Peace gets inside, can't finish, ball batted out. Felton does a good job tipping it away, but he's hurt.
Felton hurt his hand. Anthony catches, shoots, hits a three. Carmelo Anthony red hot. Anthony guarded by World Peace. Little give and go. Ball deflected out to J.R. Smith. Smith off balance, knocks it down. 18 points for J.R. Smith. And the lead, the largest so far this afternoon. Carmelo Anthony knocks down another. Anthony red hot here in this third quarter. He's got 12 points in the period. Knicks up 9. Smith. Again, 20 points for J.R. Smith. Ryan is guarding Felton. Nash is guarding Novak. Anthony from way downtown. Carmelo Anthony, 15 third quarter points. Anthony drives on Gasol to the basket, finishes nicely. 17 third quarter points, now 27 for the game. Anthony to the basket. Oh, beautiful adjustment from Carmelo Anthony.
This guy's a natural born scorer. I mean, the array of shots he's got.
Anthony, one dribble, fires, connects. 31 for Carmelo Anthony. J.R. Smith using a Camby screen. Hits the three-pointer. J.R. Smith, a clutch shot, and it's back to 2. J.R. Smith won't go. And the Lakers with a season-high 5-game winning streak. They defeat the Knicks 100-94. A fun duel between Kobe Bryant and Carmelo Anthony.
And for the Knicks, Kidd and Brewer in the backcourt. Chandler, Carmelo Anthony back in the starting lineup. And Kurt Thomas as the power forward.
Right back to Carmelo Anthony, posting up. Quick turnaround. Anthony's first field goal. Anthony forces that one up. Ball tipped out nicely by Chandler. Anthony comes off, gets a good open look, and hits a three.
Both teams thriving with second opportunities now.
Anthony knocks down another three. Terrific start for Carmelo Anthony. He's got 10 points, all 10 of the Knick points. Anthony left open. Another three. Carmelo Anthony lighting it up early. He's got 13 points already. Anthony against his former teammate, Jared Jeffries, who we've seen as a good defender. And Anthony is on. Nobody's been able to stop him this year. Thank you, Jill. As J.R. Smith nails a three-pointer. Knicks on a 7-0 run. Started off red hot from the field. Anthony, head fake, leans in, backs it in. Batum did a good job going straight up. Anthony just too strong. Batum fronting Carmelo Anthony. Knicks offense a little stagnant right now. Camby gets it to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Batum a talented defender, but Anthony's got it going again. 21 for Anthony. And the Knicks down 14. He is keeping them in the game all by himself. J.R. Smith. Anthony sets a screen. Smith now picked up by Jeffries. Jeffries lost it, picked up by Anthony, has to throw up a three, and he backs it in with 1/10 of a second remaining. He just hoisted it up in the air, and everything Anthony puts up going in. Unbelievable off the broken play. There, the Blazers thought there should have been a foul. He just threw it up towards the basket.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Serendipity for the Knicks off the glass.
Batum. Back door. Jason Kidd with the deflection. Chandler saves it. Nixon coming to double. They're going to try and take the ball out of Carmelo Anthony's hands. He gets inside and lays it in. He is erupting offensively. Terry Stotts calls time as the Knicks have it within 7 on 26 points for Carmelo Anthony. Lillard well beyond the arc. He has unlimited range. He's talking to Jeffries before the game. As Smith puts it up, puts it in, a three-pointer. Anthony tipped it back. And in the play, Matthews got hit in the face. And the Knicks have cut it to 3. Anthony, nice pass. Stoudemire gets his first bucket. And a big cheer from the crowd, who gave him a standing ovation when he first entered the game. Smith, that's a 3. J.R. Smith with 20. And the Knicks back within 4. Is only getting the extra minutes without Raymond Felton. Anthony knocks it in. 28. Aldridge, the turnaround. That won't go. Kidd the rebound. Anthony on the drive, on the pull-up. 30 again for Carmelo Anthony. Knicks down by 8. Anthony left open. 96-83.
But the Knicks can ill afford to trade hoops. They need some stops now.
Anthony back up. A minute remaining. Knicks down by 6. Anthony shoots a 3. It's good! Carmelo Anthony knocks it down. It's a three-point game. Prigioni nearly with the steal, but couldn't hold on. Anthony has it. Chandler sets a screen. Anthony drives, and a foul! Hickson fouled him from behind. What a poor decision from Hickson as Anthony comes up limping after the dunk. Smith puts up the 3. Off the mark. Babbitt the rebound. And Babbitt throws it out, and that will do it. And the Knicks come back for the second straight game, will fall short. And a disappointing loss here tonight at the Garden. Here's New York's starting lineup. Jason Kidd, the 39-year-old veteran, future Hall of Famer. Ronnie Brewer, Carmelo Anthony, Marcus Camby, and Tyson Chandler round out a big front line for Mike Woodson and this New York club, which is 9-7 on the road.
I think Jameer's eyes always light up when he plays against Jason Kidd, in the sense that Jason Kidd, going back to his days with the Nets some 6 years ago, just totally incapable of keeping Jameer from penetrating. And there's a jumper by Carmelo.
Nicholson turns it over. Double teamed and threw a bad pass. Jason Kidd too strong, but there is Anthony to follow it in. Jason Kidd knocks in a 3, shooting 42% from beyond the three-point line. One of the best years he's had in his career. McRoberts steps in and missed the 2. Vucevic. Rebound Stoudemire. Jason Kidd, a burst of speed. Carmelo Anthony for 3. Shooting 43%. A career best from beyond the three-point line. A 3 for Anthony in second.
I don't know if we mentioned it, David, but Raymond Felton, normally the starting point guard for the Knicks this year, is out with a broken finger, pinky, I think. He always moving, penetrating, and when he did pass the ball out, that would get the thing moving around a little bit for those 3 balls.
Kidd knocks down a 3. Felton is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks with that broken finger. Here's Anthony. Nelson has him on a switch on back-to-back possessions. And they got a 3 from Kidd and an easy 2 from Anthony. Running that play. Novak for 3. New York takes the lead on the 3 ball by Steve Novak. Jason Kidd, quick hands, knocked it away from Nelson. Jameer wanted a foul. Smith makes it a 5-point New York lead. Anthony, pick and roll with Camby. Skips the pass to Brewer. Ronnie Brewer. Well, he's been really struggling with his offense. Yeah. Nelson deep. No good. Rebound Chandler for New York. Anthony a deep 3. That's good. Third 3 for Carmelo Anthony. Rookie DeQuan Jones. His hands full on Anthony. 3-point chance for Carmelo Anthony. Still a 5-point lead for the Magic. That time McRoberts closed the door, but somehow Anthony still got to the baseline. McRoberts on Anthony again. One-on-one, multiple crossover dribbles between the legs and an 18-foot jumper. Anthony with the shot clock at 4. Rising for 3. Got it. Whoa, man. Hand in his face. Big 3, Carmelo Anthony. Aflalo takes Smith in the post. Backs him down. Turns and fires.
I like the play, though, because now that that's gone down, if he goes in there again, a double team, maybe even a triple team again will come. As the Knicks kind of get all wiggly when they...
So much attention on Carmelo Anthony. Chandler unguarded. Anthony drives on McRoberts. Puts it in. 33 for Carmelo Anthony. Vucevic on the switch. Picks up Carmelo. 7-footer. Gets down low. Anthony drives by and missed it short. Tipped it in. Anthony with 11 in the 4th period. Gets Vucevic again on the switch. One-on-one play. Anthony with the shot clock at 4. 37 for Carmelo Anthony. Choose a turnover here, but New York just does not turn it over much. And he scores a lot. 39 for Carmelo Anthony. And New York will make it 23 wins, 10 losses. They've come from 8 down in the fourth quarter to win by 8. And the Magic dropped their 8th straight game.
And for the visiting Celtics, with Rondo out with a 1-game suspension, Avery Bradley will start at the point. Jason Terry back in the starting lineup at the 2 with Garnett, Brandon Bass, and Paul Pierce. Knicks have Kidd, Brewer, Chandler, Anthony, and Marcus Camby continues to start at the small forward. Chandler stumbles a bit, gets it to go for the first bucket. Chandler was 6 for 6 in the Orlando game, so he's hit his last 7 from the field, ties the game. Alley-oop, Chandler on the finish. Beautiful pass from Carmelo Anthony. Jason Kidd back in. Carmelo Anthony's had a struggle so far, but hits that three-pointer. That's his first field goal.
Lee doing a good job on Melo.
Lee is a good defensive player. As Carmelo Anthony hits back-to-back shots. Lee, the runner, comes up short. Chandler altered that shot. Anthony.
Good transition D by the Celtics.
J.R. Smith wide open for 3. Anthony spotted him as the trailer. That's the second time the Knicks have hit a 3 with the trailer. Anthony got himself in rhythm and knocks down a 3. Well, Anthony was scoreless by just 1 point in the first quarter. Has 8 already here in the second. Green all over Anthony. Novak puts up a 3. Puts it in. Novak's third three-pointer of the first half.
The first 2 came straight on, that time from the corner.
Anthony gets the pass. Short shot is good. Nice setup. Jason Kidd with a beautiful execution of that.
Look at Melo, is illegal on the
He can't knock me out like that. And a little extracurricular afterwards. A foul on Kevin Garnett. The free throw's good. Oh my goodness.
Mauling Melo.
They're both just grabbing each other. So a one-shot foul. Garnett moving in. Now he's battling Stoudemire. Anthony having one of those nights that we have not seen very often this year. Pierce steps back, puts up the 3. And J.R. Smith goes high for the rebound.
Garnett and Anthony still throwing elbows out there. They let him get away with it that last possession.
Stoudemire to Anthony. Wide open for 3. Too short. Chandler tips it out to Stoudemire. Anthony again. That time it goes. A 3-pointer. He's shaking his head as if to say, oh, it's been one of those nights, and it finally goes down. And the Knicks have cut it to 4.
There's the confrontation with Anthony and Garnett. Still going at it.
And throwing a little opponent disdain in this one, Clive.
Yeah, both teams pugnacious, belligerent, cantankerous going at it now.
Well, Kevin Garnett talks as much as anybody in the NBA, and often it gets opponents rattled. Pierce, Chandler picks him up on the switch. Anthony now guarding Garnett. Those two guys, Anthony's going to pick up his 5th foul any minute. Sullinger has it. Drives down the lane, stripped off his leg and out of bounds. Now Anthony and Garnett have to be careful. They're barking at each other right now.
The officials should get in there.
And there it is, a double technical.
Yeah, the officials should make them stop.
Now that last play, the two of them, while Garnett was trying to post up, was, I don't know, as an official, I don't know how you call it. Both of them are just manhandling each other. I think in that case you call it double foul.
And now
you can't go and play like that.
Mike. You put the onus on them, now they'll be gone. So they did the right thing. Tee them both up.
Now, one technical and a double technical is no big deal because nobody shoots it. But now they're one technical away from being ejected automatically. Now watch him down low. I mean, that's the tail end of it. But the two of them are just going at it. You need to call something there to stop that. I don't know what to call though, Clyde.
Well, that's what he did right there. With the tech on him.
Anthony guarded by Pierce. Kidd looking back to Anthony. Puts up a 3. Bang! 1-point game.
But defensively, Melo has to regain his composure, not get another foul.
Pierce inside to Garnett. Garnett, tough shot in and out. The tip won't go. Fight for the rebound. And a loose ball foul call against the Knicks.
Sullinger bounding and astounding that time.
Jason Kidd called for it.
So the neophyte doing a good job on the glass tonight.
Now the officials in a case like, they don't want to tee up these two again for doing it. They don't want to throw them out. But if it continues, they're going to give them no choice. And here's where Anthony, you know, it's hard, Clyde, with the emotions and Garnett barking at you. He's got to forget. The best way to answer is like he just did with a three-pointer. J.R. Smith, catch and shoot, puts it in. Three-pointer, J.R. Smith. Anthony has Bradley on him. Anthony fouled on his way, then Garnett fouls him after the whistle.
Garnett knew he could get a free lick in. He heard the whistle, knew the foul was on Bradley, so smacked Melo as he came inside.
But it's also a smart play in case there's a continuation. You don't let him get a chance to get the shot off. Garnett posting up. And that's the 5th foul on Carmelo Anthony. And we'll have a timeout. Anthony continues talking. The players go to the bench. 2:55 remaining. The Boston Celtics come into the Garden playing without the NBA assist leader Rajon Rondo and defeat the Knicks. A tough loss tonight here at the Garden.
Time changes for the Knicks. Jason Kidd, of course, in there at point guard. James White gets his 3rd NBA start because of the injuries, and Ronnie Brewer ineffective taken out of the lineup. It's Melo, Kurt Thomas getting the start, and Tyson Chandler. Every sign has been very positive, and there's no panic in Rose or the Bulls on the timetable.
Well, they're happy about the rehabbing. They're happy about the weightlifting. They're also happy about the dumbing of the offense when he's working with the team.
Amari Stoudemire knocks down the outside shot to make it 23-12. The Knicks needed that, just their 4th field goal in 19 tries. Anthony the rebound. The Knicks are down 15 here to the Bulls. Carmelo goes to the basket and gets his first field goal.
See, that's been missing. The driving to the basket.
Heinrich with the 3 from the outside is off. Marco Bellinelli has come in for Rip Hamilton, and Taj Gibson also in for the Bulls. The Knicks have brought in Steve Novak. What a lob from Anthony to Chandler. The Knicks and Mike Woodson go to any available option. It's been ISO not working for Anthony. That time it goes. Field goal number 2 in 12 tries.
Now that's his first time where he's been able to get into the paint off of the post-up. He is the guy that's got to get going. He can turn the building on.
There you go. Anthony goes right to the basket around Luol Deng. First half analysis with Bill Simmons, Magic Johnson, Mike Wilbon, Jalen Rose. We'll talk about Kevin Durant's growth. Prigioni all the way. Anthony on the follow.
Now see what you'd like to see him do. I know he thought that he couldn't get it through, but get the ball up ahead. By playing Carmelo Anthony at the 4 position, he no longer has to chase Luol Deng. So what they're doing there is they're saying, hey, J.R. Smith will chase him around. And that's good, because then Carmelo can just keep going from basket to basket, playing the 4.
Out of the corner, a 3-pointer knocked down by James White. Anthony with the 2. There's Woody. Many nights that Woody would be sitting. Did you ever hear anything from him as Anthony drops? Of course, when you were coaching, Woody ever back there?
No, Woody doesn't talk. Woody just watches. Main thing for Knicks, just stay together here now and get the good shots. There you go.
Anthony knocks down the Knicks' second 3 of the night. They missed the 3. Prigioni on the push says, come on, Melo, and re-tee it for 3 more.
No, he's not going to pass that up.
Got them all! Timeout, Chicago. Boozer, early position. Nice block by Anthony. And we get a foul on Carlos Boozer. What is the big difference in January compared to November and December?
All right, first of all, you had Felton and Kidd at the guards and Brewer at small forward. Anthony at the power forward. You were right at the top of the league in steals and forcing turnovers, getting out on the break.
Anthony working on Butler. Gibson came for help. Too late. 22 for Carmelo, and once again, Tom Thibodeau will stop it. So as soon as Prigioni gave up his dribble there, Thibodeau was all over his team to stay with their guys. Prigioni got free on the side after the pass and knocks down the 3. Bellinelli hoisted a quick 3. Melo going to the basket. And it's a 17-point game.
Boozer rolling to the basket, 17 for Carlos.
See, their spacing, Mike, has been good for the full 48 minutes. Because when they run that pick and roll high and you roll and I give you that ball, there's only one guy there that can rotate. So now you got him on a 2-on-1 row. Beautiful.
Melo poured in some points here for his average and fantasy owners. Novak didn't have a basket at the rim, a layup or dunk at all last year. Talk about a guy who knows his role.
How about the guy that's made 8 times he's made 4 or more threes?
That's exactly right. He knows what he's all about.
That's right.
Melo with 31, a 3 would make it interesting. It's a Melo 3. It's interesting. Banked in the 3. Timeout. Bulls. Melo hits another 3. What a game. 39 points here for Carmelo. He's really turned it on in this second half. And the Bulls have their 3rd game against the Knicks this year. They look forward to April 11th going for a sweep. That game will be in Chicago.
The 11th different starting lineup for the Knicks this season. James White starting at the 2 again. Now Chris Copeland is starting at the 3 with Carmelo Anthony at the 4. Copeland from outside the 3.
Copeland has always been ready when called upon.
Shot clock winding down. Anthony double team and knocks it down.
Maybe I try to get in that lineup, right?
You get good delivery. Anthony finally gets one to go.
Well, maybe this will get Melo going now.
Anderson will fire. And that one in and out. Chandler tips it. This time to Aminu, stolen by Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony to Prigioni. Prigioni, pretty up and under move. And the Knicks back within 2.
Now some pizzazz by these Knicks. Melo providing the impetus that time with the steal. Knicks showing some energy here now. A little more step in their step.
Anthony and a foul. Anthony Davis hit him. And Carmelo Anthony, who started 1 for 10, has hit his last 2. Shot clock down to 6. Good defense from Prigioni on the help. Vasquez tied up. Lopez gets it back inside. Blocked by Chandler. Quick outlet to Anthony. Anthony fakes, drives, draws the foul, banks it in, and 1. Great outlet from Tyson Chandler to set it up, and Anthony, after the slow start, has hit his last 3. Prigioni to Anthony. Anthony squares up beautifully. Prigioni set him up nicely.
Yeah, Melo is percolating now.
Anthony against Aminu, and after the real struggles early, he's got the last 10 Knick points.
Yeah, tantalizing him now.
Copeland against Gordon, big height advantage there. I haven't seen Copeland post up much. The double, good swinging. Anthony from way downtown. 13 straight Carmelo Anthony points. As Anthony finds Kidd. Kidd will try a 3-pointer. Put it in. Jason Kidd, his second 3-pointer. He had 5 assists in the first half. And Anthony hits a 3. Oh, they say a 2. But he continues to light it up after that rough start. Anthony knocks down the shot. 27 for Carmelo Anthony. As the Knicks now improve to 24-13 overall. 14-5 here at Madison Square Garden.
The NBA has played 16 regular season games overseas. First time the Knicks are taking part in a regular season game outside North America in their history tonight. The Pistons out with the early lead. Nice find, Anthony to Chandler as the Olympic teammates connects for the first Knick bucket. Jumper defending Prince at the start. Rebound cleared by Chandler. Tina alluded to some of the deficiencies the Knicks have had as Anthony knocks down a long 3. Knicks fast break Clyde has been dormant. Nice drop step by Monroe, but Chandler turns it aside. Now Jason Kidd in the open floor. Anthony, second 3 of the game. Knicks with 13 unanswered points. Here's Shumpert on a corner 3, and the Knicks now 6 of 6 at the start. Here's Anthony, 6 points. Taking Prince off the dribble. And the Knicks lead back to 11. First quarter has been bone of contention of late. Anthony again from 3-point distance, his 3rd of the game.
Sometimes he makes it look so easy.
Anthony wants to take Prince. Little head fake, going glass. And Anthony will head to the free throw line. Picks up as many as 20. Coming into tonight, 24-13. Good for second best in the East. Shumpert connects for his second 3 of the night.
Nice forte. Misses against Kidd in a hurry. continuity by the Knicks.
Anthony finds his spot.
So they've got to do more, play more of an up-tempo game. The Pistons want to slow it down. Prince, look at Prince on Melo, denying him. Oh, they're moving the ball. There's some dishing and switching.
Long two from Novak. Left unaccounted for in the near corner. Jason Kidd probing the defense. Now Anthony has Prince on his back. Contact as Anthony goes right to the rim. Offensive rebound, Chandler. Shot clock didn't reset. Never got rim on the shot. Down to one. Anthony on a fade over Singler. Puts it in.
Melo has been struggling, but doing a good job dishing to the open man, but that time the switch.
So the Knicks crossing the Atlantic, capping off a very exciting week here in London as they score the 15-point win over the Pistons.
Knicks start off against second in the East, first in the Atlantic. Knicks fourth, or the Nets fourth in the East, second in the Atlantic. Well, it's a matchup of two centers that are under consideration for being reserved on the All-Star team this year. Both have good requirements. This kid knocks down the three.
That's a good sign. Kidd has been struggling early on in games. Now off to an auspicious start.
Wallace shot way off the mark. Again, the way they're scoring it is if his deflection off the missed shot goes directly to a teammate, they give Chandler the rebound, especially here at the Garden. Carmelo Anthony's first jumper is good.
Melo has pulverized the Nets. So that time stopping and popping 12 feet away.
Both teams 3 of 5 to start. Carmelo Anthony, he's 2 for 2. And this was the Eastern Conference voted in by the fans. Rondo and Wade with Anthony, James, and Garnett. Well, the fans like to vote for what you've done pretty much in the past. As Kidd has a three, second three-pointer from Jason Kidd. And the game is tied again.
Down in this match.
Ball poked away, Kidd ahead to Anthony. One man to beat. It's Wallace back to Copeland. Good unselfish play from Carmelo Anthony, who picks up another assist. Anthony goes at Lopez. Nice move. They have two good defenders, Bogans and Gerald Wallace, to guard Anthony, but Anthony has obliterated the Nets scoring-wise the first 3 games. Then he's at 35, 45, and 31. He's got 10 so far.
Evans not looking to score.
He was voted in a poll last year the dirtiest player in the NBA by other players. He gets under your skin. Anthony, good hard drive. But he's one of those guys, Clyde, when he's on your team, you love him. When he's on the other team, he's a villain. Anthony drives again and lays it in. Back-to-back drives from Anthony, who has 16 points. Anthony fakes, drives, and puts it in. They were struggling there for a stretch, but the last 3 shots he's been able to knock down. The Knicks within 6. Anthony gets it to go. He's got 20. And that's now for Carmelo Anthony. 6-point game as we come up on 5 minutes gone by in the third. Anthony, high dribble, pull-up shot is good.
So creative.
Stoudemire in rhythm. Stoudemire with his second field goal. Ball batted away by Kidd. J.R. Smith has it. Smith, oh, nice move, pass to Chandler. And Chandler's struggling with, look at Humphries. Kidd swings it to Anthony. Anthony on the pull-up, puts it in. 10 straight points.
Now they're moving and grooving.
Tie game as we wind down the third. Anthony puts in a 3. Carmelo Anthony suddenly hot again. He's got 27. Anthony fakes, drives, and Lopez. Nice feed to Stoudemire. 5th assist of the night for Carmelo Anthony. Man, the Knicks back up by 3. Anthony on the drive. Nice pass, Stoudemire. 6 assists for Carmelo Anthony. And that ties a season high in that department.
Yeah, most of them have gone to stat. Doing an excellent job finding him underneath. Johnson trying to deny Melo now to work on the defense.
Nice pass, Chandler. Chandler shot, count it, and one. Carmelo Anthony's pass a little behind him. And Chandler able to gather it and put it in. 3-point game. Will they foul right away? Here comes Smith. Smith looking.
They're not going to foul much.
Smith fakes. Smith puts up the shot. Almost banks it in, but it won't go. And the Knicks lose to Brooklyn.
On a frigid 16-degree night in Boston, snow in the forecast for tomorrow night. So nice to be indoors, and it is a sellout. Better than 19,000 making their way into TD Garden. It will not be a friendly crowd for the Knicks as the follow-up to the Carmelo Anthony, Kevin Garnett near post-game confrontation. The NBA on TNT is being presented by State Farm, and it's back to an intensive rivalry between these two teams. The New York Knicks facing the Boston Celtics. The injury to Raymond Felton has been a major factor. Then Pablo Prigioni, there's a block by Chandler. Prigioni, the 35-year-old rookie out of Argentina, has been getting time. Kidd follows it up and able to flip it out to Anthony. Here's Carmelo on the drive, twisting his way for his first field goal.
Beautiful move by Carmelo, and we've gotten an early look at how the Knicks play. Marv, they shoot a ton of three-point shots, 29 a game.
Anthony, yes, hits the jumper over Green.
That's why he is, as Doc Rivers said, the second best scorer in the NBA. I said, who's first, Durant? He said, yeah, that guy should have his own condo, I think he said.
Oh, nice move along the baseline. Carmelo Anthony with his third field goal, so a good start. 3 of 5, 6 points, 11 unanswered by the Celtics. Shumpert for 3, comes right back. And they made a mistake. They just hit the wrong button that was cheered. Enough of this. All right. Pierce passed on a 3. Finds Rondo. 40-34 Boston. Biggest lead of the game. Shumpert for 3. Iman Shumpert with 10 points. That's his second from downtown. And after Carmelo tried to get to Garnett near the dressing room and then walked out in the bus area. That's a no-no, obviously, because you don't know what it can escalate into, as Carmelo with a nice drive led to the one-game suspension. Rondo tried to give it back.
Just lay the ball in, Rajon.
Stoudemire, good effort. Carmelo Anthony just 1 for his last 11 after starting out by hitting 3 for 5 from the field. Very little acknowledgement between Carmelo and Garnett before the start of the game. At any time he could get going.
Atlanta suffered a real blow, losing Lou Williams last week to the ACL.
Anthony, strong move. So, the steal by Kidd. Beautiful ball fake. Jason Kidd. Knicks lead by 3. Shot clock to 6. Here's Anthony. Good job by Sullinger, but Anthony's still able to score.
He's so strong.
Shot clock down to 5.
Well, we've seen this a lot. ISO late in the clock for Carmelo.
Goes to the pull-up and hits. Baseline move by Carmelo Anthony, working on Jeff Green. Knicks able to swing it to Smith. Once again misses from downtown, and Prigioni hustles it down. Anthony, catch and shoot for 3.
There's the Knicks right there in a nutshell.
Beautiful move by Anthony. Could be a goaltend.
Yeah, goaltend.
Yes. Garnett knocked it away. They isolate Anthony. Yes. Carmelo turning it in the second half. Here's the pass in. He got it to Anthony. Smith looks to dribble it out. They can't foul. They couldn't catch up to a Knick, and that's how it ends. The Knicks defeat the Celtics 89-86.
So Ray Felton rejoins the party. He'll be at the guard with Jason Kidd. Knicks up front now will slide Iman Shumpert from the 2 to the 3. Anthony stays the power forward, and of course Tyson Chandler at center. And saying that he is back, but there is a concern if he was to have it hit again and re-injured, could end his season as Anthony hits the little fade on the baseline. And we are tied at 2. Shot clock is 7.
Denial again by Young.
Anthony in a wrestling match with him. What a play by Anthony off the feed from Chandler.
Exquisite pass by Chandler to Melo.
Anthony backdoor off the feed from Kidd. Very slight contact, bothered the shot, but Anthony sticks it back.
That's what he's so adept at, Melo. After missing that first shot, getting the rebound and able to capitalize.
Shot clock at 10. Wilkins poking it away from Anthony.
See how stagnant the Knicks are? Now they're finally moving.
Prigioni wide open for the 3. So 7-point game with a 30-second margin left on the clock. Anthony 7 to shoot, rises and hits over Turner.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. If he's on the perimeter facing or whatever, he's a lethal shooter.
Anthony backs his way right down to the rim, sticking with it, going window.
A defiant Anthony that time would not be denied.
Stoudemire bottled up, finds Anthony for a long 2. Anthony had his foot on the line. Knicks leave Holiday wide open.
Amari was the guy. They switched. He should have been the guy contesting.
Anthony misses, or Stoudemire misses rather. Anthony tips it in. Anthony working hard again. Misses the layup but cleans it up.
It's just uncanny how he does that. And looking at that schedule, Spiro, these are games the Knicks should win. When you're talking about being an elite team and the schedule that they're facing right now, these are games you got to say the Knicks should win these games.
Knicks will fall to 26 and 15 and 8 and 10 over their last 18 games.
We're at the corner of 33rd and 7th Avenue, the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, and one of the most recognized marquees in the entire world. Today, the matchup between the Atlanta Hawks and the New York Knicks. The Hawks trying to gain a game on the Miami Heat, who lost earlier today. The Knicks, leaders in the Atlantic Division.
Gianni, the member of the Argentina national team, Anthony, with his first field goal of the game, a 3-ball. Anthony with a quick catch and shoot. That's what he does.
Amari Stoudemire gives no sort of help at all.
Nice
allows a straight line basket.
Nice pass by Felton. Kicks it back out. The extra pass to Melo. Anthony gesturing as if to say, finally.
I'll tell you what, this team plays with a lot of heart. Credit Larry Drew for the job he's doing as Carmelo is warming.
Boy, when he's in rhythm, JB, he is lethal from that three-point line. Smith, a little get back, couldn't find it. And rebounded by Stoudemire. 2-point Knicks lead. Melo from another burrow. He scored their last 9. Felton using the ball screen. Kick out to a wide open Anthony from 3. Carmelo Anthony got off to a slow start. But he has connected on his last 4 threes in a row. Quick step back. Boy, when he starts cooking, there's a lot of hot grease in that pot. Carmelo ties Richie Guerin now. 29 straight games with 20 or more points. Felton on the kick out to Carmelo. Carmelo has scored 17 of their last 19 points.
You know, a great win against Utah, smoked them out of the building, and then a tremendous win today against Oklahoma City. So we'll see as Carmelo continues his hot shooting. Here to take a look at that, they're calling it a 2 right now. I certainly don't blame Joe for that as Carmelo hits another. How do you leave him wide open?
30 points with the meter still running for Carmelo Anthony. Knicks up by 1. Well, the story of the second and third periods for the Knicks and the game is this guy, Carmelo Anthony, with a career-high 8 3-pointers. Cross-court pass. Felton knocks it down.
Well, that's a play that Carmelo Anthony, in years past, might not make.
Smith kicks it out to Felton. Good ball movement. Carmelo for 3. That's 9. 9 threes and counting for Carmelo Anthony. Stevenson guarding Carmelo Anthony. Anthony with a few inches on him. Stevenson a good defender though. Didn't matter.
Well, he wanted a push off there for Melo.
Anthony working against Stevenson. Stevenson in his jersey. Wow. Need a bigger jersey. Stevenson getting all he can handle from the second leading scorer in the NBA, Carmelo Anthony. Shot it over him like he wasn't there that time.
I'm not letting Carmelo Anthony get this shot. He's been too good this evening.
Well, they started with Stevenson on him at the start of this period. Now they've got Josh Smith guarding him.
Well, let's see if they play it straight up or they double team.
Anthony working against Smith. Goes with it quick on the drive. And 1. Melo.
What a great job by Melo to go quick. You said it. He didn't allow Atlanta to set their D. He caught this ball, ripped through a move, goes right to the hoop, finishes with the right hand on the left side, and gets a little push from Josh Smith on the lower half to get the and 1 to put them up 2 potentially, which would be huge.
New York fans here, the faithful responding with an MVP chant. For a guy that's played like one tonight. 42 points for Carmelo Anthony. Here's Teague against Felton. Mismatch against Chandler. Smith with 3 seconds for the win. Knicks hold on.
Jennings and Ellis in the backcourt. Larry Sanders getting the start at center with Ilyasova and Batamute, a very good defensive player who will no doubt guard Carmelo Anthony. Shumpert starting at the small forward. Jason Kidd back after the one-game absence with Felton and Chandler.
And also Ilyasova now seeing more action since the coaching change.
Anthony, his first shot of the night. The three-pointer goes in. Batamute played physical as well. Anthony fires away, knocks it in. His second field goal. Anthony kicks it out. Novak for 3. Puts it in. He had his best game of the season in Milwaukee against the Bucks back in November, season 19. Anthony has it knocked away and then dunks it. Great second effort from Carmelo Anthony.
Nasty, sassy stuff by Melo.
Steal. Yeah. Anthony, unselfish play to J.R. Smith, and you love to see that. Anthony, got to be careful pushing off on Daniels there. Now the double team. Spin move up top to Felton. Good open look for Raymond Felton. And Carmelo Anthony gets his 4th assist. Anthony. No, good second move and the finish. Talk about duping the defender. Anthony hits a 3. That's his second three-pointer. Ellis, nice pass. Sanders, Chandler once again a good defensive play. Felton to Anthony. Anthony, that's a 3. Carmelo Anthony with 20 points once again. So that's now 31 consecutive. Anthony shot won't go. Offensive rebound. Back up, draws the foul. Banks it in. And a chance for a 3-point play as the game is tied once again. Felton wide open. Bang! 10-point lead. Timeout Milwaukee. Anthony on the drive, fakes, kicks it out. Shumpert, he'll try another 3, puts it in. And this is the largest lead of the night. Knicks up by 11. But the Bucks with only 13 points here in the 4th quarter and just 33 in the second half as the Knicks win their 3rd straight here on this 5-game homestand. Same 5 for the Knicks Mike Woodson's been using with Shumpert at the small forward, Kidd and Felton in the backcourt with Chandler and Carmelo Anthony. Pistons are in 10th place in the East. It's going to be very difficult for them to get up to the 8th spot. They started off the season 0-8. But Lawrence Frank has developed some of the younger teams. They're a much improved defensive team. They wouldn't know it by some of the nicknames against them. And Anthony knocks down the first basket of the game. Anthony finding Shumpert. He's seen it backed off. And Shumpert knocks down a 3. Felton looking, finding Anthony. Carmelo Anthony lines it up. And it's a 3-pointer. It's 3 or 4 from downtown. Anthony's quick shot, gets it a drop. He got knocked down, thought he was fouled. Kidd gets a good look. And it's a hot early from 3-point range. Another rebound. And Anthony comes back and it's a 3.
Good job by JR that time. 2 times keeping the ball alive for the Knicks to get a second opportunity.
Anthony sets 3. It's good. Anthony rattles it in. The Knicks 9 of 17 from downtown. And they're back up by 20.
Yeah, Melo starting to percolate.
Well, as Anthony goes to the basket and gets the roll. Knicks playing good physical defense.
Look where the Pistons are, 40 feet away.
Ball deflected by Felton.
Yeah, good hands, good positioning.
Kid able to handle a pass. Anthony turns, gets it, and backs it in. Great recognition from Kidd. He saw that Knight was on Carmelo Anthony, who now has 19 points. Anthony, quick catch and shoot. He's got 21. Though he's starting a new streak of 20 points plus. It ended on Saturday night at 31 consecutive games. Anthony's shot is good. Sigler leaning on Anthony. Shumpert, that's a 3-pointer. 11 3-pointers for the Knicks. The lead back to 22. Anthony on the point. 25 now for Carmelo Anthony in just 26 minutes. Anthony, nice feed to Stoudemire. Oh, pretty play.
Amazing grace by Stat. Moving over his back off the glass.
So the Knicks will have a perfect homestand. 5-0. Their 5th straight win as Bynum puts it in. And 4 of the 5 victories on this homestand by double figures. They also go 3-0 against the Pistons, and for the 4th time this season win wire to wire. And are now 16 games over 500.
The Knicks are 31-15. They've won 5 in a row. Kidd with Felton, Iman Shumpert, Carmelo, and Tyson Chandler. Here's Felton. He kicks it out. They swing it to Carmelo for 3. Got it. The 18th best three-point shooter in the NBA at 41%, Carmelo Anthony. Wall spots up. That's too strong. Washington by 6. Here's Carmelo. He'll pull the trigger and connect.
Think about how much more improved that defense would be with Camby and Rasheed Wallace available.
It brings their average age up to 76, which is really incredible when you think about it.
You know, that's another aspect of their game that has just improved immeasurably this year, their passing game, and that was Carmelo delivering the pass.
Anthony pulls up for the shot and hits. Carmelo spinning, using that left arm to get away. Here's Kidd for the open jumper, missed it. Melo pulls it down and they can reset.
See, they've had 5 offensive rebounds in this quarter.
Great move by Anthony with that quick first step. John Calipari looking on here, courtside tonight. Carmelo knocked away, gets it back and scores, and Randy Whitman takes time. Under 4 minutes to play in the quarter. Carmelo baseline, got the bounce. Carmelo, tough shot. 3-point field goal for Anthony. His 3rd of the game. Washington turns it over, their 8th of the game, and a 20-second timeout taken by Randy Whitman. So just like that, the Knicks come back and grab the lead by 5. Stoudemire inside. Stops a 10-0 Washington run. Carmelo to answer, he got it. Wow.
Boy, he really steps into that, gets great elevation.
Smith turns around wide open and drains it. He didn't even realize how open he was till he turned around. Washington by 7 with 3 minutes to play. Anthony drives and scores. What a game for this Wizards team who got out to an early lead, relinquished it, got it back, and never looked back.
Let's get right into your Northland Ford starting lineups. The New York Knicks going with Felton, Kidd, Chandler, Shumpert, and Carmelo Anthony. They are coached by Mike Woodson in his 2nd season at the realm of the New York Knicks. Jason Kidd begins the night just 3 assists shy of a major milestone. If he gets 3 assists, he will get $12,000 for his NBA career. And this is it to Carmelo Anthony right on cue for a bucket.
They got a lot of guys that shoot well, obviously.
Carmelo Anthony, one of those, hits the mid-range there. Felton loses the handle. 2nd turnover of the game by the Knicks. They turn it over less than anybody in the league, just a tick over 11 a game. Wolves failed to take advantage, though. Can't leave that guy wide open. Raymond Felton knocks it down.
Shot goes up, you got to put a body on somebody. I don't care. You know, if you're guarding the shooter, you definitely should never let them get the ball back again.
Anthony over Jello ball.
The Knicks don't do much in that regard. They're 30th in the NBA in points in the paint, 33 a game. They shoot threes, and he's the guy that gets the points in the paint. He and Amari Stoudemire.
Bekovic inside as it knocked away into the Wolves bench, and it's a shot clock violation against Minnesota.
Novak loads it up again and lets it fly. 44.4%. Talk about a guy that's been perfect. Amari Stoudemire's been close to perfect. He's had a bunch of perfect games so far this season, a handful of them. Shooting over 64% from the floor in the month of February.
Over 18 points. The last half dozen games for him as Carmelo Anthony, I mean, just how good has he been this season? MVP good. Carmelo over Cunningham. Nothing but net for Carmelo Anthony. Second assist of the night for Jason Kidd as he closes in on 12,000 for his career, just one away. Anthony inside, Pekovic got a piece, but Anthony, you know, that's the other thing. He's strong, Jim. He's not just quick. He does so many things well. Felton kicks it into the corner for Anthony, and he takes umbrage with your comments, so he knocks down a three. Carmelo Anthony.
I'm surprised they're forcing him left. I really am.
Melo working it inside and connects. And he's starting to go to work in the fourth quarter. Jim, you talked about it at the top of the broadcast. All the things he does so well, one of them is thrive in crunch time. Carmelo, that time, what a move by Carmelo Anthony. As Derek Williams started to push him into the middle, and then Carmelo had other ideas. Dante Cunningham playing with his four personals. He'll try to stop Carmelo.
This is what I mean. So you take away the left drive where he likes to go, and then all of a sudden you let him go right, and that sweeping right-hander where there's so much space. You've got to shrink the floor on Carmelo.
Anthony. Deadly. 36 points for the six-time All-Star. And Rick Adelman's going to take a timeout to talk things over. The Timberwolves finished their six-game homestand with just one win to show for it. They fall to 512-12 on the season here at Target Center.
It's the Sunday Showcase. This presentation of the NBA this Sunday on ABC. Taken out from just under a foot of snow in Central Park. Nothing stops the city. And Chris Paul and the Clippers, their lone visit to Gotham. The Clippers and the Knicks tonight here in Madison Square Garden. Raymond Felton, who's returned to the lineup, has been effective for the Knicks. Anthony, the first shot of the day, is a three for Carmelo. Jumping on one-on-one on Caron Butler, and you knew defense was waiting. Back the other way come the Clippers.
Now Jordan, one of the better shot blockers that we have in the league. There's your deep one. There it is.
Challenged by Anthony. Griffin gets it back. And Jason Kidd comes down for the rebound. Barnes, good defender. Odom came to help too late. And Carmelo Anthony knocks down another field goal. He has 8 in the game. Anthony scored 8 points in that opening quarter. And that's the first shot the Knicks have made in the last 8 they've tried.
No, notice, Mike, no double teaming.
This possession has looked like a lot of the possessions the Knicks have had this year. The floor was spaced. The open three, even though it was missed, was tapped by Chandler to keep it alive. And Anthony now has 14.
Right now, Melo is calling to go high-low.
This time, Paul sinks down a little bit. So Anthony spins baseline and take the point total up to 18 in the first half for Carmelo. Melo Anthony, the 20 points in the first half on 14 shots over Griffin. And rattles it in. So that's 7 field goals for Anthony. Anthony walks into it and knocks down the three. So Carmelo on a nice run here for the Knicks. He has 11 of their last 13 points.
This group, they take their time coming down the floor.
Billups rattles home the three.
Remember in the last 6 minutes of the game, Chauncey Billups was automatic. And then you couldn't foul him because he shot over 90 on the line. Where's the screening? Where's the offside ball movement? We're not seeing any of that right now. You're playing right into the hands of the Knicks.
Anthony over Jordan.
Here they come. Oh, boy.
The bad pass is taken away. Here's Jason Kidd for the Knicks. Melo joining the play. Got them all! Carmelo Anthony feeling it here this afternoon. 33 points. 33 of the Knicks, 61. Off the window, Anthony now up to 35 points.
Oh, bad pass.
Anthony a three. 18 points in this third quarter for Carmelo Anthony. Anthony stuck on 38 till now. His 5th 40-point game of the season. This 8-game Grammy road trip comes to an end tomorrow night in Philadelphia. The Knicks have one more game left before the All-Star break. They'll play Toronto in here on Wednesday night.
No changes in the starting lineup. That had been intimated, but it will remain Felton, Kidd, Chandler, Anthony, and Shumpert for Mike Woodson. Shumpert gets it down low to Chandler. Shot partially blocked. Kidd touch pass to Anthony. Knicks have missed their first 4 shots from the field. Anthony goes right at Landry Fields, and that's a goaltend.
Valanciunas got it on the way down. Well, in the last game against Toronto, Carmelo Anthony was just 5 of 24 from the field. Chandler on a nice feed from Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, nice feed that time. Carmelo drawing 2 guys and finding going to the hoop.
Jason Kidd fires up a 3, and that is a sight for sore eyes if you're a Knicks fan. Jason Kidd, who's been in a long, difficult slump from three-point range, hitting his first one. Rudy Gay, way short.
But Mike, you know, the thing in a nutshell is that you've got to be able to withstand the storm, and they haven't been able. They don't have the confidence there during that time.
DeRozan, an off-balance shot. Stoudemire's come into the game. Jason Kidd outlet to Anthony. Anthony down the lane. Good aggressive move there.
Well, you know, Mike, a lot of times when you have success, you get complacent with it. And what they haven't done, I think when we talk about being aggressive, that they've been able to.
Well, that time, Earl, exactly what you were talking about earlier. The ball movement was there when Carmelo Anthony knocked down a 3. Knicks back up by 2. And as Anthony has suddenly gotten hot, he was 1 for 5. He's hit 4 of his last 5. Anthony. Okay. Carmelo Anthony now with 15. Shot clock at 6. Stoudemire back to Anthony. Anthony, he has got in the groove after that slow start. Again, he was 1 for 5. And he's 6 for his last 8. 17 first half points for Anthony. Anthony gets one back.
Well, Anthony that time just taking his time, coming off the pick and just shooting.
Knicks outscored 25-9 here in the third quarter. Rudy Gay has 15 points to the Knicks 9. J.R. Smith hits a 3-pointer. The Knicks certainly needed that one. Felton, he's upset with somebody for not running the play, or not being in the right spot. As Anthony, tough shot, puts it in. Novak, quick catch and shoot. Hits a 3. Boy, that was as quick a release as you'll see in the NBA.
He pulled the trigger really quick on that one, right?
Anthony to drive, head fake, leans in, banks it in, ties it again. And Carmelo Anthony with 30.
Yeah, answering the call.
Felton looking. Lowry all over Anthony. Anthony fires up a 3. Rebound Gay, and he's fouled. And Gay with a clutch free throw there. 4-point game with 6.9 remaining. Felton to inbound. Gets it to J.R. Smith. Smith way off. Anthony banks it in. 3.5 remaining. It's a 2-point game. Gay is free and then throws it in. That's it. The Knicks lose their 4th in a row. And an important Atlantic Division game and fall to 0-2 against the Raptors.
There had been speculation on whether or not Woodson would change the starting 5. He'll stick with it at least for tonight. Felton, Kidd, Chandler, Anthony, and Iman Shumpert. It takes a full year for a guy to recover from that, physically and also the psychological aspect as well.
Case in point, Derrick Rose.
Anthony with a chance at a 3-point play. Shumpert made his season debut in that January 17th game in London. His numbers are about half of what they were last year, but really the stats you have to just forget about for him. Offensive rebound, Kidd, and Anthony makes the Sixers pay for it. Sixers have missed 9 of their 12 shots. This is Nick Young, the volatile guard. Stripped by Felton, went right to Hawes. Chandler bothered the shot, and here come the Knicks. It's a 4-on-2. Kidd trailing and laid it in. Anthony turns the corner and goes glass.
Sixers comatose on the defense.
Stoudemire misses. It's tipped in by Anthony. So 18 for Anthony now, and the Knicks push their lead back to 14 points. Anthony forces his way inside to the rim. Able to fight his way through that Philly defense. Young has been out for most of the month, as I mentioned earlier, that hamstring strain. Has 5 points in 23 minutes. Inside, Knicks finding Stoudemire. Back door for the right-handed throwdown. It's been a humbled Kenyon Martin that we have heard from the last couple of days, Clyde. When you go through what he did, you're 9 months waiting for the phone to ring, and it never does. It will impact a player. Certainly, guys you mentioned, who has been at the highest of highs in terms of NBA stardom. Certainly with the expectations that he came into the league with in 2000. Anthony, 23 points. Here's Holiday. Blocked by Chandler, and that will do it. The Knicks' 4-game losing streak is over. They do it by 29 from Anthony, 22 from Stoudemire.
Welcome to NBA Wednesday, presented by State Farm, and the first meeting of the season between Golden State and the New York Knicks. A look down 33rd Street. From Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, Manhattan, all points in between, Knicks fans excited about their team's prospects coming down the stretch. Anthony posting up on Draymond Green, goes quick with it. Carmelo Anthony.
Tell you what, Melo, if you guard him small, he'll go down to the post and abuse you with his strength.
So Carmelo Anthony having no mercy on the Warriors rookies tonight. First, he put Draymond Green there, and now he just put Harrison Barnes on the school bus.
Good lob.
Boy, how many times are they going to run that one? An inordinate amount of turnovers tonight by the Warriors. Smith. Boy, Tyson Chandler really has mastered that tap back move, hasn't he? He's already got 12 rebounds. Boy, that meter's running pretty quick. Smith for three.
Second chance opportunities all created by the board work of the New York Knicks.
Smith on the wing working against Jared Jack. 2-second difference between the shot and game clock. Anthony blows by Barnes. 9 points for the NBA's leading first quarter scorer. Melo lost the handle back out to Felton. Cross-court pass, Carmelo for three. Just the third three-pointer of the night for New York. There's Carmelo. Right over the top of Landry.
Look out.
He makes it look frighteningly easy sometimes when he's on a groove. 16 points for Melo. Curry off the mark. Knicks looking for the run out. Felton for three. Melo with a mismatch here. Let's see if he takes it at the smaller Curry. Walked him right down on the block.
There's not a place Carmelo can't score from, that he's just going to size up which kind of defender you're coming at me with.
Melo with some get back.
This could be fun.
How about a game of one-on-one full court? Let's see what Thompson does with this mismatch on Stoudemire. Settles for the long three. Ezeli kept it alive. Landry followed. And Melo comes up with it. Smith for three. And J.R. Smith has it working tonight, folks.
Sounded like Mike Woodson has been pleased with him. Not only his ability to score it, but his overall game.
Nice feed by Melo inside to Stoudemire.
Pretty pass.
Melo with the pull-up. Got it.
He is just such a good one-on-one player. Just behind Kevin Durant for the NBA scoring lead. It was just so much to his offensive arsenal.
Easy money for Steph Curry.
So good, so good. I mean, understanding that size is meeting him at the rim, so he goes with his career high off the window. Appropriate that his career high comes off that one.
43 points for Steph Curry as Stoudemire counters. Chandler rolling to the bucket, rejected up top by Draymond Green. Smith for three. It's a J.R. Smith type of night. 21 points in all. Melo, nice dive to Stoudemire.
Beautiful.
And he got hung up and threw it away. A little exuberant that time. Carmelo rotates Smith for three.
I gotta be honest, he should have passed
Tyson
that.
Chandler, another rebound. Melo for three.
Tyson Chandler bailed out J.R. Smith.
Knicks door has taken a while to get into this set.
Well, all the time in the world. Got a two-point edge, and you get it to this guy.
Carmelo Anthony spins away from pressure. Unstoppable. And look who's there for the loose ball. Anthony. 18 seconds to go, down 4. They got the ball, Golden State does. Thompson for three. 9 seconds to go. Another three. And that's going to do it. The New York Knicks will hold on and spoil Mark Jackson's homecoming to New York City.
The Knicks come in winners of 2 straight, a record of 34-20. They are 13-12 on the road. Felton with James White, Shumpert, Carmelo, and Tyson Chandler. Carmelo Anthony scores on the first play of the game. Tyson Chandler.
Those are the kind of passes we're talking about. You want to keep Tyson. If he shoots a jump shot and makes it, you live with that. But him getting around the basket, rolling, offensive rebounds, and the pick and rolls, you got to diminish those. Well, they had a back pick that was set on Temple, so he wasn't able to get through.
Carmelo fadeaway, good. Knicks up by 1. 7 ties, 11 lead changes so far in this game. Carmelo again, score it, and he's fouled. Okafor, he's got some room to work. That's knocked away by Kidd. Smith driving, lays it off, beautifully done. As the Wizards try to get their 19th win of the season, with a record of 18-38 coming in. Carmelo Anthony in his 10th year from Syracuse, nearly stolen by Singleton. Wow, Carmelo. 22 points for Carmelo. They lob it into Carmelo and he scores easily.
Now, you didn't want to get on that front side because there was no help behind.
Anthony blocked at the rim, gets it back and scores.
How many times do you see him get a shot?
Technical, excuse me, Phil, technical foul on Anthony, who was taunting someone after he flushed it back down.
Or was he saying something to Bavetta, who was right there? He felt like he should have been going to the free throw line.
Carmelo launches and scores a 3.
This team not afraid to shoot those threes.
Knicks have beaten the Wizards 11 out of the last 12 times they've played, and they hold Washington to just 11 fourth-quarter points and outscore them 23-11 in the final frame.
And a sold-out Madison Square Garden as we begin our NBA Sunday Showcase doubleheader. It's the defending champion Miami Heat, winners of 13 in a row against the New York Knicks. Anthony hits a 3. Anthony's become one of the top 3-point shooters on the team. He's shooting a career high from downtown. Carmelo Anthony, 2 for 2, plus some free throws. He's got 7 points in the first 3 minutes. Haslam wide open. Won't go down. The Heat just 3 of 9 to start. They're the best shooting team in the NBA, just under 50% as a team. Anthony, quick release. He's 3 for 3. Anthony, though, hot to start. He's got 11 already. Anthony had 17 in the first, hasn't scored in the second, although he's been on the bench for a good portion of the period. Turns, shoots, and knocks it in. He's 5 of 7 from the field. Chandler on James. Head down. Falling away, can't get it. Chandler with his 5th rebound.
Good defense by Chandler.
Chandler running the floor. Scoop layup. Excellent feed from Carmelo Anthony. Man, the Knicks have their largest lead of the first half. Because of this second quarter, Knicks are shooting 55% from the field. That goes up. Carmelo Anthony now 21 points. Anthony trying to get free. Good defense from Battier. Anthony lobs it to Chandler with 2 left on the shot clock. Stayed with the play, and the Knicks lead by 10. Chalmers spots up for 3. Haslam throws it out, and Anthony the man to get it. Anthony goes to James, goes in and lays it in. Good aggressive move from Carmelo Anthony, who now has 28 points in 24 minutes. Wade on the pull-up, puts it in. He's got 13. Anthony to Stoudemire. Amari Stoudemire, the beneficiary of some beautiful passes.
And usually LeBron James rests to start the fourth here. Eric Spoelstra senses it's go time for his team. Keeps James in.
Anthony goes right at Anderson and puts it in. Hard, aggressive move to the basket. Chandler back out Smith. He'll try another 3. Chandler tips it back out to Anthony. Anthony on the drive, spinning to the basket. Layup, he banks it in. What a gorgeous move from Carmelo Anthony.
So strong.
Smith fires up a 3. Won't go, rebound James, and that'll do it. Miami will tie a franchise high with 14 consecutive victories as they come back from 16 down in the first half, 14 down in the second half to win their 14th in a row and 6 straight on the road, Jeff.
Mike Woodson going to the same starting 5 that includes Pablo Prigioni and Kenyon Martin with the various injuries. Meanwhile, up front for Dwayne Casey and the Raptors, Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, Jonas Valanciunas, Rudy Gay, and Landry Fields, who starts against the Knicks. They only started half their games, but Casey likes the way he plays Carmelo Anthony, and he'll be on Anthony to start here tonight in Toronto. Anthony against Fields, defended well. Shot tipped a couple of times, picked up by Prigioni, deflected by DeRozan. Anthony had a good look, but Valanciunas comes out to contest it. Drives right past him for the layup, and no help defense there for Toronto. Rudy Gay says, my fault. As Anthony's shot misses, Shumpert takes it away from him. Back to Anthony, in for the layup. Excellent play from Iman Shumpert, and the Knicks get an easy bucket.
Yeah, Gay to Culpert that time, bringing the rebound down, allowing Iman to knock it away.
Prigioni passes up the open shot initially. Now he's going to have to put up a difficult shot. Leans underneath, scoop shot. Oh, he banks it in. Pablo Prigioni as the shot clock expires, and then comes up with a steal on the inbounds. Back for Shumpert, out to Anthony, puts up a 3, and puts it in. Terrific sequence for Pablo Prigioni. The circus shot, the steal, and then a 3-pointer, and the Knicks lead by 4. Anderson back to Fields. Fields blocked by Anthony. Novak throws it ahead to Anthony. Anthony misses, gets it back again, back up, and banks it in. And the Knicks up by 14.
That's why the Raptors have been maligned as soft. That time just letting Melo maul them underneath.
Anthony knocks down that shot. 14 points for Anthony. Knicks up 14. Prigioni. Anthony, 3-pointer. That's good. Good open look that time. He's got 18. DeRozan misses. And another strong rebound from Martin. No Rudy Gay to start the second half. Again, Gay's had a back problem recently. Left the game early with that. Anthony, nice turnaround. A rare single coverage shot for him. Anthony post up, turnaround shot. That's 2 of those here in the third quarter. Those are unstoppable, Clyde.
Yeah, because he spins away, assuming that the double team is coming. Doubling Melo now.
Smith for 3. J.R. Smith. And a good groove last couple of shots. Knicks back up by 9.
Now look at their defense.
Looks like a zone. Anthony gets a look, and Anthony's hit 3 straight.
Melo tantalizing them along the baseline.
Anthony shoots and hits at the buzzer. Carmelo Anthony knocks it down. They'll review it, but he got it off before time expired.
Melo pounding D.
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony with the block shot on Ross.
Moving those feet nicely, and then the rejection.
Carmelo Anthony just takes advantage of Landry Fields. 29 points for Anthony, Knicks by 7. Kenyon Martin right now on the bench. He's already played 30 minutes. Anthony again. Carmelo Anthony started the game 3 for 10 from the field. He's 9 for his last 16.
Now invincible is Melo. Anderson now has been carrying him offensively. Now has the formidable task of trying to deny Melo.
He's got a little more size than Landry Fields.
They've got to double him, Mike, but they're letting him go one-on-one.
Anthony draws the foul, count it, and 1. Anderson wanted a charge. Carmelo Anthony, a tough shot, and a chance for a 3-point play.
The Raptors not doubling Melo, letting him work. He makes him pay again.
Beautiful shot, Carmelo Anthony, 36 points. And again, after the slow start, he has been red hot here in the second half. And the Knicks have clinched a playoff berth for the 3rd straight season. They win their 3rd in a row and beat the Raptors for the first time this year.
Pablo Prigioni, Raymond Felton, Iman Shumpert, Carmelo Anthony, and Kenyon Martin getting his 6th consecutive start for Mike Woodson. Raymond Felton sets up Martin. Make it Carmelo, pardon me. And Carmelo Anthony on the block. Spins and knocks it down. You always open up with Carmelo Anthony. Injury-riddled New York Knicks team without Tyson Chandler, Amare Stoudemire, Kurt Thomas, and Rasheed Wallace. As Carmelo Anthony's got it going.
Prigioni, he knows who to find with that clock ticking down.
Steal. Here comes Carmelo on the inside. So strong. That's his area. J.R. Smith up at the glass. Here's Carmelo. And Fields asking for a response to Derek Richardson, like, there was maybe a push-off, and 15 points for Carmelo. Dwayne Casey's done an excellent job mixing and matching as the lead now goes to 7. Take it away. Anthony behind the back kid, almost a little bit too careless.
See, Carmelo's a smart guy. He knows that if he gives it to Kid, you know what's going to happen? Because Kid's going to give it right back to him. Kid goes out of his way to make sure Carmelo gets touches. So in transition, if Carmelo gives it up to Kid, guaranteed Kid will look to find him.
Kmart is on fire over there, talking to the bench.
Oh, he's talking to everybody in the whole building right now, and that's why you love him here in New York.
There he is, sneaking once again under and behind the D as Anthony finds Martin, and he finishes. Carmelo.
Soft touch. Shooters bounce. Arc and rotation. Shooters bounce.
Knicks are shooting nearly 56%. Felton looks for Carmelo, guarded by Fields. Carmelo backing him down. Carmelo, and that's his sweet spot right there. Raptors down 67-53. Felton gives it to Carmelo. Back up to Felton. Here's Felton. Drills it. Novak gives it to Carmelo on the inside, and Anthony just going to work. He's got 25 and 37 last night, and the thing that's impressed me the most is how efficient he has been. 110-84. Welcome to Boston for the first game of our TNT doubleheader. The New York Knicks have won 4 consecutive games, while the Boston Celtics are back home, having lost 4 in a row. Eastern Conference playoff seeding implications are on the line tonight. New York is a half game out of second, and Boston 2 games in front of Milwaukee. Well, the first time they met on January 7th in New York, the Celtics won 102-96, but the last time they were here, January 24th, New York losing 89-86. Boston, pardon me, losing 89-86. Green tangling right now with Carmelo. Strong drive, misses his own rebound in the layup. Carmelo Anthony. Bradley driving. And off the side of the backboard. Felton quickly to Carmelo, and the 3 is good. Chris Wilcox on the floor. Anthony pulls up, drills the 3. It looked as though that ball out of bounds was off of Prigioni, but they say that it's New York ball. Carmelo back in, drills his shot.
Is constantly on JR about his defense, about his shot selection, but also about the way he carries himself in the public, the way that he dresses, and Smith has absolutely stepped up to the challenge and answered that call. He calls Woodson a father figure.
Carmelo backing down on Green. Double comes with Pierce. Offensive rebound, put back, the strength of Melo underneath. He's fouled, they'll go to the line. Carmelo gets right by Green. Too strong, tapped up on the glass. Carmelo with it from the foul line.
Another time where New York gets to the ball before the Celtics do, gives them another second chance opportunity. Think of all the small things that Jason Kidd has done.
Teammates and his coach think that he can play for a couple more years. Kidd, the 3, drills it. And a timeout taken by Doc Rivers. Full timeout. Under 7 minutes remaining here in Boston. Backing down, Carmelo guarded by Pierce. Right around him. Shot doesn't go. Follows. Left hand good.
My answer is yes. I think he will get 30 points, okay?
Clock at 6. Carmelo, he's played 36 minutes tonight. In the lane. Guards the basketball. Finishes. And he'll head to the line. And a chance for 29. It's over. The New York Knicks behind 32 points by J.R. Smith. Win it 185.
Same 5 that has been so effective for Mike Woodson during this 6-game winning streak.
And for the Bobcats, Kemba Walker and Gerald Henderson, a good scoring backcourt. There's Matt Biyombo. Shot blocker, Josh McRoberts, who they acquired in February. And Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, a rookie from Kentucky. Walker races down the floor, short. And we've seen a difference in Felton since he took off the bandages.
Kingsley Shumpert, a good play, penetrating, drawing the double. Again, he finds an open nick.
Anthony rattles in a three, back-to-back three-pointers. And the Knicks up 4.
Two good assists from Shumpert, creating off the dribble.
As Anthony releases down the other end. Good advance pass from Shumpert. Shumpert with a couple of assists and a three-pointer already. Knicks up 7.
The other thing, Mike, he and Rose went down at the same time. And Rose had yet to play in the game. Shumpert showing very resilient to make a comeback.
That actually happened on the very same day. Anthony puts it in, and a foul. And the Knicks go up by 9 with a free throw coming up.
Surprisingly, McRoberts stays in. Gilchrist goes up.
Shumpert, another three. Knicks 4 for 5 from downtown. As Anthony turns around and knocks that one on. Everybody getting it done.
You're not doubling Melo. Let him go one-on-one. He likes to spin baseline away from the double.
Draws the foul, puts it in, and one. Anderson with a bump, and Carmelo Anthony with 12 first-quarter points already. As we'll have another timeout. Anthony has Gordon on him. Gets a nice feed inside to Martin. Easy dunk for Martin. Biyombo not really contesting that at all.
Yeah, this Swiss cheese D by the Bobcats continue.
Oh, Anthony, quick move and finish. Knicks are shooting 66% from the field, 9 of 11 from downtown. Anthony. Line drive, 19 for Anthony.
Shooting is more fluidity. Right there, you watch this man, the fluidity. How you release that ball, not the hesitation, the hitches. Just one smooth motion.
Roberts on Anthony.
There's been no match for Melo. It's been in foul.
Oh, nice block, but Anthony, again, second effort.
He is so uncanny with doing that. The second effort and then the third effort.
Under 5 to play. Anthony gets around and finishes beautifully. 28 points for Anthony.
Impeccable from the line. 11 for 11, one more cut. Oh, he jinxed it, Mike.
Anthony bats it in, and that will do it. Knicks with a season-high 7-game winning streak and are now 19 games over 500. And the team that has won 7 in a row, same starting lineup, trying to make it 8 straight for Mike Woodson. Felton gets inside, kicks it out, Shumpert. Anthony, open look for 3. Excellent ball movement. Knicks last couple of games, though, have done an excellent job at the line. Anthony in stride that time. Bradley off the dribble, gets to the rim. Anthony, good boxing out of the rebound, quick outlet. Knicks will want to push. Shumpert. That's good. 3-pointer for Shumpert. And the Knicks 3 for 4 from downtown.
Shumpert has been extraordinary early in the game.
Prigioni will try a 3. Puts it in. Knicks 4th 3-pointer in 5 minutes. Anthony's shot is good. Terry on Kidd. Former teammates won a championship together in Dallas.
Celtic D has been good, keeping the Knicks out of the paint.
Anthony, 4-3. Carmelo Anthony now at 10 points, and the Knicks go on a 7-0 run. Backdoor Anthony. Excellent feed from Kenny Martin. Carmelo Anthony, 12 first-quarter points. Courtney Lee will try. That 3-pointer misses. J.R. Smith.
Both teams languishing now after a superb offensive show.
Anthony that time gets it to go. He's getting feeling he's getting hit. Anthony's jump shot is good. And the lead up to 19.
Green clinging to Melo.
Novak will try another. That's good. 14th 3-pointer of the night, and it's back up to 19, equaling the largest of the game. Carmelo Anthony puts it in. He's got 22. And the lead back up to 21. Anthony rattles that one in. Carmelo Anthony's got 24 and 10. And the Knicks will go 20 games over 500 for the first time in 13 years.
and are 46-26 with 10 to play, and end this mammoth month of March with a 12-6 record, and they beat the Celtics for the 3rd time this season and win the season series for the first time in 9 years.
NBA basketball on TNT. Proudly presented by State Farm tonight from American Airlines Arena, where the Miami Heat are 58-15. Only 3 losses at home all year. Miami #1 in the East. They have clinched the East, while the New York Knicks are just a half game behind Indiana for 2nd overall in the Eastern Conference.
You know, people forget this is a guy that's averaged over 24 a game when he was with Toronto, and Carmelo continuing his flawless play here during this streak.
And the last time New York was down here in Miami, they defeated the Miami Heat handily without Carmelo Anthony. Hit him with a 3-point barrage.
Carmelo again, he is feeling it.
The Knicks defense during this win string has been outstanding. Anthony knocks down a 3, and Carmelo Anthony is off to a red hot start here early. 3 for 3. To the elbow comes Carmelo and knocks another one down.
Wow, that play there, the way he's able to create space and still get that off in rhythm.
Carmelo ducks under. Mid-range jumper's good. He is on fire. Carmelo standstill jump shooting. A 3 is up and in with very little resistance. LeBron James out, a nagging hamstring that has bothered him since last Friday. Here's Carmelo launching another. And Carmelo Anthony is not missed.
It's hard to be better than perfect. Just right now, Carmelo is in a serious rhythm.
Anthony, the step back, and he hit that one with 1 on the shot clock. And Shumpert going to work along with Felton, and Tyson Chandler screening high to kick it to Anthony, and why not from 3? He's done it again. The ball goes over the moon and in. 23 for Anthony, 9 of 10 shooting. The Heat drop back defensively. Felton out there along with Carmelo, puts a dribble on the deck and sticks it, knocks it down. Carmelo Anthony picking up where he left off. He hit his first 7 shots. Now 9, make it 10 of 13 from the field.
Now they haven't had an answer for Carmelo offensively, but they've done a good job with rotations in terms of trying to provide help for everyone else except Carmelo.
Carmelo outside, ready, fires and hits, and Carmelo Anthony. It's laughable right now what he's doing. 12 of 15, 34 points for the league's #2 scorer, Carmelo Anthony. Felton breaks down Bosch into the lane, kicks it. Carmelo waiting, cranks in a 3.
And that was a similar possession to the last pick and roll that Felton ran to his strong hand, the right side. But the difference is Carmelo created an angle for him to find it for the jump shot.
Carmelo Anthony just continues to knock down jump shots. 14 of 17 from the field, 6 of 6 from the line. Anthony, the turnaround jump shot, and he's now done it from every angle, from every position out there, and that time with Battier leaning on him and knocking him to the court after the shot. Carmelo off the screen, triggers and hits. Anthony with 44 points now and counting, 6 shy of tying his career high, but more importantly for the Knicks, a 4-point lead with 4:08 remaining. Ball movement, and Anthony leans back and cranks in a 3. So much for the poor 3-point shooting in the month of March. It's now April, and Anthony is on fire, and the Knicks hold a 7-point lead with 3 on the shot clock. Anthony knocks it down just as time had expired on the shot clock. That gives him 50 points now. Carmelo Anthony with 50. Tying a career high. The Knicks win this one 102-90 in Miami to win the season series 3-1, led by splendid play from Carmelo Anthony. 50 points on a tremendous shooting exhibition. 18 of 26 from the field and 7 of 10 from 3.
Carmelo, you last month shot 26% on threes. What is it you like so much about April?
I don't know. I'm healthy. That's a big key for me. I know I had a tough month last year, down with injuries and things like that, but I feel good. I feel like beginning the season once again as far as my health goes.
Carmelo Anthony, 30 points per game over the last 8. He's joined by Chandler, playing his 2nd straight game after missing time with a neck injury. Shumpert, Prigioni, and Raymond Felton. The Knicks have not lost since Prigioni became a starter. And Anthony, I actually think that might have been a paint shot. It was awfully close after 18 field goals last night, all of them coming from 15 feet or deeper. Well, the Knicks know the importance of this game. Still in the lead for the 2 seed. Great pass to Felton by Carmelo Anthony to cut the Atlanta lead to 4. Here's Carmelo Anthony, 1 of 4 from the field, 4 points, 1 assist so far. Drives on Smith and scores.
That's a tough task for Smith. Inside 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter.
A lot of quick shots.
Anthony catching and scoring. And Carmelo Anthony with 8 points here in the first quarter. Atlanta without a field goal in the last 6.5 minutes as Kenyon Martin gets the rebound.
That was a man-sized rebound right there. Kenyon Martin making his presence felt, and he was probably pretty comfortable with this Knicks team as Melo drops to 3.
Carmelo Anthony with 11 points out of the 21 for the Knicks. That's his first 3. Melo defended again by Smith. It's not been a good matchup for Smith so far. Anthony on the baseline, gets the bounce. 13 first quarter points for Carmelo Anthony.
And I'm not sure I can find that.
What a shot by Carmelo Anthony, who has 16 points, 6 of 9 shooting.
Couple games back in the loss column now, the Mavericks, and they don't get to shave their beards as Carmelo continues the assault on the rim.
Left-handed that time. He's got 18 points.
Too many threes right now for the Hawks. 14 three attempts as Carmelo continues.
Anthony with 22 points, 8 of 11 shooting. Single covered, turns and fires, hits again. 24 for Carmelo Anthony in the first half. Anthony took a shot to the face that time by Stevenson. Prigioni put it up. Anthony got the rebound and drops it home, his 10th basket. Melo wants to bring it up himself. 26 points for Anthony. And a 3. Prigioni, the oldest rookie in the NBA in league history at age 35. He's been a pro since 95, just playing overseas. But
35-year-old rookie.
Anthony drops it through 28. He's 11 of 15. What a beautiful stroke.
Okay, my reaction to whenever Carmelo gets it is double team.
Here's Anthony again. 30 for Carmelo Anthony. His 26th 30-point game.
Dave, I don't understand how you can just sit here as a team and watch
Anthony again. Melo with 32. 13 of 18 from the floor. Here's Melo against Smith. Anthony falling away. Hit it again. 34 for Carmelo Anthony. Melo facing up on Smith. Anthony, jumper, of course. 36 for Carmelo Anthony. 15 of 21. Loud to Melo, puts it in. What a pass by Kidd. A beautiful cut. That's 38 now for Anthony. Melo turns, fires. It's good. 7th 40-point game this season for Carmelo Anthony. 90 points the last 2 nights for Melo.
That might have been his easiest one. I mean, the Hawks just allowed him to pop out and shoot. Nice performance here, particularly on the defensive end for this Knicks team as they continue to roll 10 in a row. 40 minutes, 40 points. We're hoping to talk with Melo here courtside in a moment as the Knicks run their win streak to 10 in a row. 95-82, they beat Atlanta.
And again, Kenyon Martin not playing. Tyson Chandler remains as the starting center. Still going to play despite still some stiffness in that neck. Shumpert, Anthony, Prigioni, and Felton remain the other starters for Mike Woodson. Jennings and Ellis, the explosive backcourt. Larry Sanders, second in the league in shot blocking. And here's a key matchup, Felton and Jennings. Daniels is a good defender. And Anthony draws a foul right away on him. Carmelo Anthony right straight to the free throw line. 31 seconds in. Anthony's chasing Ellis on the switch. Ellis fires away. Melo ahead of the field. Releases down the other end. Good advance pass. And the Knicks go up by 4. They have a lot of talent in a lot of areas. They've got some players who can score big. They've got role players. There's Carmelo Anthony cans the 2-point. To me, it's a misstep. The Bucks should be better. Chandler, alley-oop to Carmelo Anthony. Perfect pass from Chandler, normally the recipient. And Anthony has his usual hot start. 8 points here in the first. As Anthony goes in and banks it in. Felton kicks it out. Copeland left open, in and out. Anthony the rebound, back up, misses, get it again. Head fake and banks it in. He is so tough down low. Anthony, first shot of the second half is good.
You could mention Frazier without Bradley, without DeBush, without Reed, without Garnett. And the second championship, much more talented team that we had because we had Earl, we had Jared Lucas and Dean Miminger coming off the bench.
Prigioni to Anthony, throws up a 3 and puts puts it in. The Knicks back within 4.
Melo started to percolate now. Made his last 2.
Anthony got hit and counted. Carmelo Anthony starting to get hot. Anthony lost it, got it back, counted and won. So strong going to the goal, and he's got 22 points.
This time a little stumbling and bumbling by Melo.
Anthony again, 13 points here in the period. 25 for the game, and the lead is cut to 4 as the Bucks call timeout. Well, Jerry Lucas was saying, even though you've seen various guys at different times, as J.R. Smith makes it a 1-point game, it's the first time in 40 years that the whole gang was back together, obviously with the exception of Dave DeBusschere.
Well, hey, we missed Dave, very much, but seeing these guys make you really feel like you're real champions.
Knicks trying to take the lead. Anthony puts it in. Carmelo Anthony with 15 points on 6 of 6 shooting here in the third quarter, and the Knicks back up by 1. I think you guys inspired them at halftime.
Well, a lot of time Clyde alludes that, he gives me the credit for it, but, here's a guy, it's his team, he has to give up something as well, and, he never talks about, what he had to give up. So, when you have two people trying to do one thing and work together, it's like one mind.
J.J. Redick's shot was not correct.
Redick was hot the second half, but only Jennings now with the net for the Bucks.
Smith, in and out and in again. Knicks absolutely on fire here in the third. Kid leaves his feet. Anthony takes his time, try to bank it. Chandler with a tip, won't go. Anthony right there to tip it in. Anthony puts it in, 34.
Good spacing by the Knicks. Opening up the court, using some clock.
Anthony, it's good. Lead back to 10, timeout Milwaukee. We're looking for Chandler, 7 to shoot. Ilyasova gets right up on him.
But again, look there, Mike, no covers.
Anthony shoots over him, puts it in, 38. And the lead up to 12. And now the Knicks on the verge of their 11th straight victory. Anthony, bang! 41! And Kidd on the foul as Carmelo Anthony has tied Bernard King's record for 3 consecutive 40-point-plus games.
And let's take a look at the grandeur, the splendor of this man. Just infinite range on the jumper. Posting and toasting. Stopping and popping inside. So Melo just infallible, indomitable, incredible right now. The crowd paying homage to Melo, serenading him with the MVP chant.
Standing ovation in what has been a trip down memory lane for many Knicks fans, and hope for the current Knicks fans as the Knicks make it 11 straight as they sweep the season series from the Milwaukee Bucks.
Chesapeake Energy Arena, downtown Oklahoma City. As always, the last 3 years sold out as the Knicks make their annual visit. The story in the East. The Knicks, with that 11 consecutive games won, have put themselves in solid position to hold on to the number 2 spot. The magic number is 2 to hold off Brooklyn and win the Atlantic Division. Been a long time since the Knicks have been a division champ. Meantime, out here in Oklahoma City, the sights are set at the top. The Thunder, with their win over San Antonio earlier this week, control their own destiny. Even though a half game back, if Oklahoma City wins out, they'll be the number 1 seed in the West. The playoffs start in 13 days.
And Mike, before the game, Carmelo Anthony said of his streak, I don't ever remember having a run like this. As for the scoring title, he said, honestly, once I hurt my knee, I thought the chances were gone. Now it's a reality. Now it's fun, especially going toe-to-toe with Kevin Durant. And Durant had a similar reaction, guys, saying, I'm going against someone who can't miss right now. I like the challenge. So today, definitely a game within the game. Makes it more compelling knowing these two forged a tight bond over the Olympics last year. And Mike Melo said, no doubt, They won't talk trash, but they acknowledge both will be aware of what the other is doing throughout today's game.
Second meeting of these teams. They met exactly a month ago in New York, and the Thunder won that one by 1. Anthony, who has been red hot, continues to open the scoring sheet. Iman Shumpert off the torn ACL a year ago, guarding Durant here early on. And the foul is called. Shumpert, known for his defensive prowess.
Anthony just missed Prezioni. He went down inside. He was wide open.
Got the friendly roll as Serge Ibaka was picking him up, and Carmelo is open 2 for 2. Quarter 3, Cephalosha. And Oklahoma City is open with a tremendous shooting start here today. Durant flying through off the pretty feed by Nick Collison. Anthony got a step and gets his third field goal. So Melo made his first 2, missed his next 5, and comes back off of his rest with a basket at the bucket. On the switch, Kidd picked up Durant, and he wanted it right at that spot. He loves attacking from there.
Okay, that time, the double team guy was not there.
Anthony, who wanted the foul on his last shot on Durant, able to knock down that field goal. So checking out the 2 leading scorers in the NBA. Carmelo has 8. And Kevin Durant has 9 thus far. J.R. Smith just noticing the clock was running down. Anthony, weak side rebound, couldn't finish, but he got that second leap in Hubie. His jump is a little bit better since coming back from that knee injury.
I like the fact that he's defending. And according to Woody, he's doing an excellent job in that area also.
Anthony knocks down his 6th field goal. 6 of 13. He has 12 points after the last 3 games with 50 against Miami, 40 against Atlanta, and 41 Friday night against the Bucks. And it's Melo, and it's 3 for Anthony.
Come on now.
Knicks have kept the turnovers low, but they've now turned it over back-to-back trips, and Durant finishes. And timeout, New York.
Remember now, in that first half, everything was great for the Knicks. They only had 2 turnovers. We just had 2 turnovers within inside of 30 seconds. Willard was an excellent referee, great judgment, and a no-nonsense guy. Marty Blake, one of the true pioneers. Back in the days with the old St. Louis Hawks general manager, when we only had 8 teams in the league.
Durant able to find a little space and enough to cause the foul call on Tyson Chandler of New York.
Now you got to button up now. The Knicks have got to get tough, and this is the guy that's got to lead them right here.
3 converge, and Carmelo still scores on the other side of the hoop.
He can blow by anyone out there. The main thing is can he get past the rotating guy? That time he did.
Some kind of quarter from Russell Westbrook. He has 14 here in the third. J.R. Smith can't make it pay. The kid keeps it alive right to Melo. Right down the hole for 3. Timeout, Oklahoma City. Westbrook, remember, when he got to UCLA, wasn't a starter. He emerged quickly, shot up in the draft. Eyes of Sam Presti and the Oklahoma City folks, has stepped into this great role here, and he is a tireless worker. He works so hard on his game, and it doesn't get talked about or appreciated enough, and he's showing it throughout this season. Anthony comes back with a second look.
Is he doing what we've been talking
goal.
about?
Yep.
They can't stop him down inside. He's so big and he's so strong in the upper body.
Durant responds. He has 18. Anthony has 24. In the head-to-head between the top 2 scorers in the NBA this season. Ibaka, who has 5 shot blocks, guarding Anthony, got a great screen from Chandler and knocks down 3. 27 for Melo. Durant trying to respond, got hit up high. And the foul on New York with 33.6 to go. J.R. Smith knocks down another, so he and Carmelo Anthony have combined for 44 points of the Knicks' 96. Durant with speed. 2.3 left. Let's update that scoring chase for the moment. Just by an edge, Carmelo Anthony has the scoring lead. This will be going back and forth the rest of the season, including the 4th quarter. Durant with the long arm to block Copeland. Anthony with 27, trying to get to 40 for a 4th consecutive game. It'll be tough. Durant's long arm with the shot block.
Look out here.
Kevin coming to the line. It's in the act of shooting, and it's Anthony picking up his 4th personal foul after the 3rd block of the day by Durant.
Now this is an excellent timing by Durant. He played a half a step back. but because of the 6'10" and the long arms, and then at the other end of the floor, I'm going all the way, and I'm going to use my crossover to get into the paint.
JR 3. Rebound the Thunder. Can they take the lead? Jackson on the push.
Get it out. Get a good look.
Durant, the lead.
That's what you love to see about a good team. A team that's expected to get to the finals.
Anthony takes Durant baseline. Collison waiting. Got the third try. Carmelo Anthony, hard work inside. Felton orchestrates, gets Anthony over that left side where he loves to work. Adibot hit. And again, finishing with a second chance. Carmelo Anthony, the offensive boards, very big. That's the fourth time he's followed his own miss and made a hoop.
It's a big shot.
Free throw here.
Yes, it is.
Missed it. Oh! Anthony tipped it back in.
Now, wait a second. 9 offensive boards. Come on now. I mean, this is incredible, Mike. He has been there every time they needed a big one. He has been there with that second shot.
A season high for Carmelo. Cephalosa the layup. 6-point game, 8 seconds left, and the Thunder will foul Anthony with 5.8 to go. They're down to their final timeout. So Anthony, the 3 consecutive games over 40. So a chance to come to the line and get to 36. As the Knicks have won 12 consecutive games, and the New York Knicks are a 50-win team for the first time since 2000.
Kenyon Martin's missed the last 2 with the sore knee, but he's back in the lineup. We'll start at center with Tyson Chandler sitting this one out. The rest of the starting lineup remains the same for Mike Woodson. And people keep saying about the influence of Prigioni. He is undefeated as a starter in the NBA. That's one of the reasons, Clyde. He is so ready to play defense.
And he forces a lot of turnovers.
Anthony hits the 3 off the quick feed from Pablo Prigioni, who already has 2 assists. Got clock down to 5. Anthony fires again and hits again. Another 3-point for Carmelo Anthony, who has been just on a brilliant offensive run.
Well, you know, that's the problem in New York, Mike. The futures now. They really have a lot of time to build, rebuild.
Felton hits a 3. Knicks are now from downtown. 4 of 6. Anthony doubled. Shumpert, right corner. That's a 3. 6 of 8 from downtown. Knicks continue to sizzle from long range.
Singleton, good confrontation with Melo and Singleton.
They have some pretty good individual defense. Anthony blows right by him and throws it down.
And that's the most difficult thing for Wall to do, is shoot it off the dribble, but he's developing a good touch for them.
Kidd from downtown. He was hot Sunday in Oklahoma City, and the Knicks have 7 3-pointers in the first quarter. 1 dribble pull-up. I don't know if anybody in the league does that 1 dribble pull-up jumper better. Final minute. Anthony finds Novak. Steve Novak, another 3. Novak off the bench with 3 3-pointers. Knicks have hit 12, and they're back up 11. Anthony doubled. Turns, shoots, and hits.
He likes to elude the double team by spinning baseline.
Martin on a gorgeous feed from Carmelo Anthony. 5 assists for Anthony.
Jerry West was injured, had hamstring problems. Because Earl and I actually had got a chance to watch it with Earl. We said, what's wrong with West? You know, he couldn't make a shot. And I did a segment with Al, and Al alluded to the fact that he has a full hamstring. Early on, Mike, I thought it was my Tenacious D that shut it down.
Anthony banks it in and draws the foul. Oakland hesitated on a 3. J.R. Smith is mad at him. Felt he should have hit the 3 right away and thrown it up as Anthony, an offensive rebound. As Anthony, quick move and finish. He's got 22 in the lead, back up by 21. Anthony, pull up with a hand in his face, nails it. He remains red hot.
Speaking of neck, how is Chandler? What's the prognosis?
Copeland hits a 3. Prognosis just day to day.
I know they're going to be ready. So ready for it. That would energize the city, though, in the first round, going up against the Celtics.
Carmelo Anthony, absolutely unstoppable. 26 points in 28 minutes. 20-point lead. Anthony for 3. It's good! Carmelo Anthony drills the 3-pointer and now has 32-17 here in the third. Anthony doubled. Kid the extra pass.
Look at the ball movement.
How freely
the ball is moving.
Anthony again. Carmelo Anthony with 34-19 here in the third quarter. Jason Kidd telling Felton go right back to him. Anthony fouls. Can't connect. Rebound Kidd back to Anthony. Scoop layup. Banks it in at the buzzer. A fitting end to the third quarter as Carmelo Anthony pours in 21 points in the period. And the Knicks have their largest lead of the night.
But look how his teammates are featuring him. They want him to score. Kept getting the ball back to him. Watch Kidd instinctively finds Melo with this swoop to the hoop. And that's his most points in the quarter this season, folks.
And the Knicks have now won 13 in a row. The third longest winning streak in franchise history continues as the Knicks are Atlantic Division champions.
On a mild 48-degree night of the Windy City, although some rain and light snow in the forecast, the usual sellout crowd making its way into the Madhouse on Madison. Better than 21,000 at the United Center this evening. The NBA on TNT being presented by State Farm. It is the red-hot New York Knicks led by Carmelo Anthony looking for a 14th consecutive win, facing the Chicago Bulls. Both teams vying for playoff position. The Knicks at 51-26, second place behind Miami, the 2.5 in front of Indiana. Chicago struggling, looking to hold on to fifth, just a percentage point over Atlanta. It's a matchup of two teams that have been hard hit by injury.
Dang will be very aggressive at the offensive end.
In fact, in their last meeting in New York, Dang put up 33. Carmelo Anthony gets right to it. Martin with a sore left knee. He had returned Tuesday night against the Wizards after missing 2 games and then suffered a sore ankle as Carmelo Anthony hits again.
Tonight, the Knicks have gotten off to a good start shooting the basketball, but in the first 3 games, the Knicks shot 32%, then 41%, and again, Oakland with a three-pointer, and I was saying 41% in the other game, so they have really struggled to make shots against Chicago's defense.
Anthony on the pull-up. Carmelo Anthony, the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, averaging nearly 42 points over that stretch. Nice play by Boozer, but Anthony able to recover his Prigioni for 3, and he hits.
Prigioni feeling, I might as well get involved in this. Everybody else is shooting him and making him. Give me a chance.
While Dang, one of the better defenders in the NBA, drawing the assignment of Carmelo Anthony, who shoots over him and hits.
Carmelo has had a number of shots thus far that have not been contested. That one was contested, and remember, he's only played in 2 out of the 3 games that these two teams have played this year, but in those 2 games, shooting only 42% affected by Dang's length. I'd hit you with something there.
Here's J.R. Smith on a fadeaway.
I still think Tom Thibodeau has done a magnificent job with this team. Having him in 5th place coming into tonight in the Eastern Conference. They have been so competitive in a lot of those losses, and they have lost a huge number of games to injuries.
J.R. Smith with a 3-pointer. Anthony comes up top. Smith, played by Robinson, shoots over him and hits.
J.R. Smith, no problem getting a look over the smaller Nate Robinson.
Good pass inside. Anthony getting position.
See what they're doing? They're running Carmelo right down into the low post area in transition. Butler's getting caught behind. They don't hesitate to get him the ball. He's only 6 feet from the basket when he catches it.
Just under 4 to go in this first half here in Chicago. Smith to the rim. It counts in the foul. Steve is the quasi, or as you called him earlier, a maitre d'. Is that the term you used? Here's Smith. J.R. Smith has 11 points, but with Thomas in the lineup for 27 minutes, the Knicks won in Utah, and that was the first of the 13th straight win.
Because that was a very meaningful game for Utah, and obviously for the Knicks to get one win on the road was key. And you had felt the same way. Carmelo with the rebound on the inside and put back.
Hamilton set up by Heinrich. Butler kept it alive and then handled by Smith. Smith to the rim. Butler shaken up and remained in the front court. As a result, it was a 5-on-4. Here is Anthony. Carmelo Anthony, just 6 for 16 shooting in the first half, able to connect. He now has 18 points in all. Anthony down the lane. Able to switch hands as he went to the rim. Hamilton to the pull-up. And the Bulls are having their difficulties here in the third quarter at the offensive end.
Hamilton's going to have to play his way back in as Carmelo hits that little floater off balance, fading into the defender.
Anthony to the rim. The Bulls had gone 5.5 minutes without a field goal at one stretch. Nice move by Smith on the fake, able to score against Heinrich.
This is the group that Chicago and Robinson trying to throw a look-away lob pass, and Tom Thibodeau just threw a towel out on the floor, which you better pick up in a hurry before somebody trips.
Nice play, and Copeland is able to put it down. Anthony, crowd wanted a charge, no foul. Carmelo Anthony going right at Jimmy Butler. Copeland going at Boozer. And it's put down by J.R. Smith.
Heinrich disgusted with himself for not putting a body on J.R. He just turned and went to the glass, never thought about checking off J.R. Smith.
Coming up on 3 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter, 7-point Chicago lead. Smith with a hard driving move, and it's Anthony on the follow. Carmelo with 32 points. Smith from downtown. He drilled it. J.R. Smith has had an outstanding game, and he brings the Knicks within 4. Shot clock to 5. Smith on a double team. Oh, what a shot by Raymond Felton. Robinson on Smith. Backs his way and scores. Robinson met by Shumpert. Robinson try to bank it, too strong, and the Knicks take time. The ball in the hands of Carmelo, puts the move on Butler and is fouled. This for the tie. The Knicks and the Bulls, all even. Boozer cuts, Dang picked up by Anthony. Here's Dang off balance, rebound Felton. And they take the timeout. The clock showing 1.5 remaining. They might put some time back. Kidd for Anthony. This for the win. We're headed to overtime. Smith guarded here by Dang. Smith with the jumper. Anthony with a good box out and score. How many times do we see Carmelo Anthony get position underneath? Season high 18 rebounds along with 36 points. Here's Smith on the drive. Nice move by J.R. Smith. The Bulls win it. 118-111. They are now 43-35 in fifth place, a half game in front of Atlanta. They sweep the season series against the Knicks.
A banged up group, so they got Raymond Felton in the backcourt, along with Pablo Prigioni, 35-year-old rookie from Italy. Iman Shumpert playing the small forward spot. Carmelo Anthony has really flourished at the 4. And Chris Copeland, who recently played in Belgium, is their center by necessity. Ellington open. Missed it. Firm 3 try. Here comes Raymond Felton. They're dead last in fast break points. Anthony. Good defense by G. Copeland, sidewinding shot that goes for 3.
Yeah, that was out of his range, but he knocked it down.
Copeland had to give it up. G with a near steal. Anthony doesn't need much space, knocks it down.
And they see, that's what makes him so dangerous. Normally, most guys would have turned and went to the basket. He just turned, took one step, and fired a jumper right in the middle of the basket. That's tough to guard, tough to stop.
Anthony in rhythm.
But you see what they're doing. They're isolating Tyler against a man who can beat him off the dribble.
Felton gives it up. Anthony set his feet, knocked it down for 3 despite the defensive presence of Kyrie Irving. So Anthony now has 8.
Smith will wear you out, and Carmelo will wear you out if you just play random up and down the court basketball.
Felton fires for 3. If they can do that, they shoot more threes and make more threes than anybody in the NBA. J.R. Smith at the free throw line, a 77% free throw. Ball tipped in as Anthony snuck in there.
Going to sleep.
Felton back out there, finding Anthony. Backing down, rhythm turnaround jumper for Carmelo Anthony.
He's just so smooth with that. He just uses your body weight against you, and he's so good at it.
Novak run off the line by Thompson. He's not comfortable on the run. Ball followed in by Anthony.
Novak does not know what to do when he is driven off the line. He does not. He looks like he's lost.
Anthony against G.
going left-handed, finished it with strength, and Carmelo Anthony looking for an and one. Wellington got in midair, threw it away.
And then when you think about it, Andy would change a lot of this with just his energy level. And Carmelo finally hits one in that same spot. He just had the shot from the time before.
Chris Copeland couldn't shake him, forced a tough shot. Tristan Thompson did. There's Shumpert again.
Well, whoever's guarding him is not doing the job.
That was 1-on-3 as he took that rebound away.
I see now what it is. What it is there's a mismatch because that's who he should be. That's who Tristan should be guarding Carmelo, but they put the G on him for the defensive reasons, and it's keeping Tristan in a bad situation because he doesn't want to go out that far on Shumpert.
Carmelo Anthony made that a pass as it turned out.
Caught him sleeping that time.
Raymond Felton came up about a foot short. Felton fights it up. Anthony again to the offensive glass, tipped it in the and one. Boy, I have never seen him attack the offensive glass like he has tonight. Final seconds. Anthony again against Tristan Thompson. Goes in. Good D. Better shots.
Boy, he can shoot it. Good solid defense. Keep him in front of you. He just backs up and knocks it down.
So J.R. Smith took matters into his own hands, along with his sidekick Carmelo Anthony, as they combined for 62 points, 31 apiece, and Kyrie Irving 31 as well, but not nearly enough as the Cavaliers fall 101-91.
Mention the start today for Solomon Jones, second game as a Knick. We saw him come off the bench in Cleveland on Friday. Meantime, no Danny Granger for the Pacers, of course, done for the year with the knee injury. Paul George, their star, joined up front by David West and Roy Hibbert. Stevenson and George Hill are the guards.
This is George on Melo. Featured George at the top of the show. He's a good defender, but not that time.
Anthony on that tough fall away. Everything working for Anthony. Every facet of his game during what has been really a historic stretch. The last time these two teams met was February the 20th in Indianapolis. First game after the All-Star break. Knicks were buried that night as Anthony hits a long two. Anthony out front, stops on a dime, and sticks it again. Glad it doesn't feel like a regular season game today. It's got a playoff vibe in the building. Or a big one. There's Prigioni sneaking in. Anthony for the three, buries it.
Prigioni, another steal. And behind the back, Melo looking for more.
Knicks going for the knockout punch early. Shumpert for the three. Rebound West. Shot clock at 7. Knicks can't find Anthony. Now they do. 3 to shoot. Anthony recognizes. Spinning and swishing, fading away. Baseline right. George Hill left open. Batted out by Hibbert. Shot clock resets. There's George for the three. And the Knicks maintain a 5-point lead.
Knicks have been hurt by those second opportunities. They have to rely these guys offensive balance.
Iman Shumpert with a huge three. That'll give the Knicks some breathing room. West today 3 of 7.
This is what the Knicks need to do, up the tempo.
Anthony beats the Pacers back. He's got 17 points. Anthony overplayed again, attacking Hibbert, no foul. Anthony stuffs it back. Carmelo defiantly getting to the rack. Oh, Jason Kidd and Anthony making the eye contact. Augustine, 15 years as junior. Wins the tip. And Kidd takes it back. That is vintage Kidd. Anthony. For the first time since 1994, the New York Knicks will be the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs, and their ticket is punched. The Boston Celtics will be their first-round opponent starting Saturday here at Madison Square Garden.
2013 NBA playoffs begin in New York City at a sold-out Madison Square Garden for Game 1 between the Knicks and the Boston Celtics.
Anthony on the pull-up. His first shot of the postseason is good. Anthony 2 for 2. He finished the month of April and even back halfway through March, the hottest player in the NBA. Shumpert comes up with a loose ball. Anthony for 3.
Aces drive, and that's his second foul. Count it, and one. Anthony crossover move, spins, turns, fires, hits. That gets the crowd on its feet. Anthony gets a good look, and that's good. A three-pointer for Carmelo Anthony. Anthony for three. Carmelo Anthony. Anthony forces up the shot. What a difficult shot. He thought he got fouled as well. Anthony, quick catch and shoot, drills it. 30 points for Anthony. Anthony fires again. Here comes Anthony. Anthony on the drive, banks it in. 5-point game. Timeout Boston. 3 to shoot. Anthony. Two-pointer is good. Largest lead of the game for the Knicks.
Carmelo off to the quick start. Beautiful pass. On the hop, it was Martin for Anthony. It counts. And the foul. Anthony just checked back in. It's a three-pointer for Carmelo Anthony. Anthony fires and hits from downtown. Crowd wants to see Carmelo go right at him. He does. Pierce had a step away, and Carmelo Anthony took advantage. It's unguardable. I mean, there's nothing you can do. Anthony able to elude pass and drove it. Martin had an open lane, but kicked it back out, and turns out it was the right decision. Anthony got the step. Carmelo Anthony. Anthony right back. Here's Anthony. Carmelo on fire. He now has 32. Anthony again.
Anthony drives on Green. Pull-up jumper. Knocks it down. Anthony on the pull-up. That's good. And the Knicks lead by 6. Carmelo Anthony with the turnaround shot. The Knicks up by 11. Anthony one-on-one with Bass. On the pull-up, Carmelo Anthony drills it again. He waved Chandler away. Wanted to set a high screen, said move aside. Anthony from the baseline. Again, Carmelo Anthony, 3 straight buckets. And this is the largest lead of the first half. Anthony, gorgeous pass from Jason Kidd. And the alley-oop and the lead is ballooned to 15. Anthony, that's good. 3-pointer for Carmelo Anthony. Anthony, the turnaround, knocks it down. 17 points for Carmelo Anthony. Anthony for 3, big turnaround. The steal and then the 3-pointer. And the lead is back up to 17. Anthony. Pretty economical shooting the ball since that slow start. Anthony's jump shot, that's good. 24 for Carmelo Anthony.
As Anthony hits another one.
Anthony pull-up jumper and gets his first field goal. 2 to shoot. Anthony draws the foul, banks it in. Maybe his toughest shot of the first period. Shake and bake. And that one rattles around and falls in. As Anthony knocks down his first jumper. Anthony, difficult shot. Well, those are shots he makes all the time. Anthony, pull-up jump shot, knocks it in. It's cut to 12, timeout Boston. Anthony.
You can't leave Kevin Garnett on him and give him an angle like that.
Anthony drives down and finishes. The lead is cut to 2. Anthony the drive and flush. As Anthony drives, gets inside, banks it in. We're tied again. Anthony makes it a 1-point game.
Trying to set Anthony under the post. Anthony got the step. Carmelo a blur as he went right on Banks. Anthony able to hit over Garnett, and the Knicks off to a 15-6 lead. A touch of Carmelo Anthony, so he's hit 3 of 4. Nice move by Anthony. Pretty pass. And Anthony with the finish.
They've been able to hang around for moments and even halves, but can they put it all together?
Anthony, that's a 2-pointer. That'll count. And Carmelo Anthony and the Knicks will take field goals any way they can get him. It's a goaltend. And Anthony lays it home. Well, it's down to 8.
Anthony's first shot is good. Coach Shumpert has been a demon defensively, forces another turnover. Prigioni ahead to Anthony. And Anthony throws it down, a 7-0 run. Anthony back in. Count it, and a foul. They went to double him. Anthony quickly shot it, and a chance for a 3-point play. Nice feed, blocked. Pierce came over to help out. Anthony gets it back and puts it in. Excellent second effort as Anthony
got an offensive rebound. Anthony on the drive, leans in, forces it up, bank shot, it's good, and a foul. Carmelo Anthony with a very difficult shot and a chance for a three-point play. Anthony on the pull-up, puts it in. What a tough shot from Carmelo Anthony, and it's back to 6. Back to Anthony. Anthony for 3. Bang! Carmelo Anthony from downtown. Pierce gets 3. Pierce on the drive, inside, knocked out of his hands, and picked up by J.R. Smith. And the New York Knicks will win this first round series and advance to the second round for the first time in 13 years. Welcome to New York City and game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals from a sold-out Madison Square Garden, as the New York Knicks host the Indiana Pacers. Anthony drives in, goes right at Hibbert, and gets his first field goal. The bench has been erratic for Indiana this year, and the Granger absence a part of that. Augustine sometimes gives him some very good minutes.
And he really struggled in round 1. But as Frank Vogel said, if you put him out in a shooting game, he is one of the great shooters.
Anthony hits the shot, draws the foul. Sam Younger just came in to defend Anthony, picks up the personal. And a chance for a three-point play. J.R. Smith, good open look, hits a 3. First three-pointer for the Knicks, who led the NBA during the regular season. In fact, set a single-season NBA record for most threes by a team. West now on Anthony. Pull-up jumper is good. Inside, Anthony, all rejected. Gets it back, puts it back up and in. Good effort from both sides. First a block shot, and Anthony stayed with the play. Anthony gets that quick jumper to go on the inbound. 10 points, 7 rebounds for Carmelo Anthony. Anthony trying to get some position against George. Quick move, drives and finishes. He's been frustrated by what he thinks is over physical play. He's just been called for a delay of game warning.
But with Hansborough on him and Paul George off of him, I'm going to Anthony right now every time.
George has the 4 fouls. That's why Hansborough on him. Pull-up jumper. That's good. Anthony, 4 quick points, and it's back to 12. As Anthony's jump shot is good. 87-78. Anthony has come alive, playing now with 5 fouls. Anthony, pull-up jumper.
Tyson Chandler's done a very good job the entire game of setting screens that have gotten people. The easy jumper right there for Anthony, but also the penetration to the basket.
Anthony hits a 3. They're going to review it. But Carmelo Anthony knocks it down. On the court, they count it. A 2-pointer. The Indiana Pacers, after clinching Game 6 on the road Friday night, come and start the Eastern Conference semifinal with a road victory here at Madison Square Garden, and quiet the Knicks crowd to take Game 1 of this best-of-7 series. Impressive road win for the Pacers.
Welcome to New York on a beautiful spring night and a sold-out Madison Square Garden for Game 2 of this Eastern Conference semifinal. The Indiana Pacers beat the New York Knicks in Game 1 by 7, setting the tone for a rugged Game 2. This is Carmelo Anthony. That's a 3, and Felton launches it from outside. So he has had a terrific start in the contest. You guys went head-to-head in that game in that series.
He's still a little too close for me right now over my left shoulder. I run up in the stands here.
Did you say hi to him?
I waved at him.
Yeah, that's good. I see you're always friendly, huh? Time erases everything. Here's Carmelo Anthony. It's his second shot tonight.
I give a lot of credit to Paul George and Lance Stevenson. I thought they did a good job with the wing players for the Knicks.
Kenny Martin's into the Knicks, and here is a 3 by J.R. Smith from outside. Chandler. Carmelo Anthony. Nice play. That was right over Young. Nice defense by Shumpert. Forcing another turnover, number 11, Felton. Carmelo. Up and in. Second time's a charm. He got the rebound. Another timeout taken by the Indiana Pacers.
Tell you what, defensively for the Knicks, nice little pick and roll there by Carmelo Anthony. Something's wrong with that shoulder. Every time he scores or gets banged on that left shoulder, he's grimacing.
Good pass to Anthony. Shumpert
with the assist. Carmelo has put in 14 after getting 27 in game 1.
If you look at the last month and a half of the season, these two teams were going back and forth for that second and third slot in the Eastern Conference and who was going to get home court advantage. It ended up being the New York Knicks.
Felton with a good-looking 3 from the corner. Raymond Felton with 14 points on 8 shots. That's a terrific ratio. George driving, knocked away. Another turnover by Indiana. They've got 15 of them. Knicks have been very efficient catching in. The whirling Felton. The tip in by Carmelo. Oh, came out of no place. He got 2. He's got 16. It's Carmelo who is 7 of 18. The defensive West is there. Shot clock at 6. Here comes Anthony. Like a runaway freight train for 2. Paul George remains. Lance Stevenson now is on the perimeter watching Smith. And here comes Weston Anthony again. Shot clock at 8. Oh, up high and down hard. He's got 10. In the quarter, and 20 for the game. Anthony trying to ignite his Knicks, who are down a game in this series.
Well, they're running this high screen and roll, which is allowing David West to switch out on Carmelo Anthony. And we talked about the foot speed, a couple of dribbles. As you see, Pat Ewing liking the finish here by Carmelo.
West is on Kidd. Oh, Hibbert got caught in a screen that opens up the shot for Carmelo.
Well, not only did he screened off his own man in Paul George. And that's what allowed Carmelo Anthony to have the wide open look.
Anthony for 3.
I loved the energy here by New York in the second half.
Anthony. Hill defending. Carmelo across the line.
And let's give Boston Celtics a lot of credit as well as Carmelo back-to-back threes here in this fourth quarter.
32 for Carmelo Anthony. Knicks had a 33-point fourth quarter, their highest scoring quarter of the postseason. And the series goes back to Indiana tied at 1-1 with the Game 3 Saturday night on ABC.
Welcome to Indianapolis and a sold-out Bankers Life Fieldhouse for Game 3 of this Eastern Conference semifinal between the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks, as the two teams split the first 2 games of this best-of-7 series at Madison Square Garden in New York.
Yeah, and also, Mike, they're coming off where that bad ending, as Anthony knocks in the 3, that bad ending where New York had that 30-2 run. So you know they're going to be locked in and focused.
Anthony trying to draw the foul, instead gets it to go. J.R. Smith back in. Mike Woodson needs some offense. Anthony guarded by George. Boy, tough shot from Anthony. Shot clock turned off. Right back to Anthony. Isolation with Paul George. Rifle pass, Martin. Martin flips it up and in. Excellent feed from Carmelo Anthony. Although Hill now 4 of 9. The Pacers, they're not a big three-point shooting team. Low in field goal percentage during the season. Middle of the pack in attempts. As Anthony turnaround shot is good. The Pacers, they've taken 16 threes, and the Knicks, who set an NBA record, only 5. Anthony and George. Anthony backs in. Difficult shot. And gets the bounce. He's made some very difficult attempts.
You know, my mom's from Indianapolis. Yep.
I found that out earlier today.
Yep. And Aunt Thelma's moved to Florida, so no relatives here anymore.
Anthony knocks down the shot. Indiana responds from a 26-point loss in Game 2 to take a 2-1 lead. And they win their 4th straight playoff game at home by double figures.
Reggie, when you survey the New York Knicks, how much of what's going on in this series is on Anthony? How much do you put on his shoulders?
Well, when you're the star player and you're the face of a franchise, obviously, you know, we just mentioned the leading scorer during the regular season in the NBA. Obviously, you're going to take the brunt of whatever criticism, whether it's good or bad, come your way. And when you're, especially on the road, and you're down, you got to be able to produce.
Nice play right there as he got the entry pass.
Another turnover for the Pacers. This is a lot like game 2 when they were turning the basketball over.
That's the 5th. Chandler with the hard screen. Anthony's got a gap, and he takes that shot and goes through. Now 5 points for Carmelo Anthony, coming off a 16-point game 3. Here's Carmelo Anthony. He's 2 of 5. George on another good screen by Chandler, and Carmelo on the fly. Another basket for him. He's now 3 of 6 with a quick 7 for New York.
What a hesitation there. So these are the thoughts that are going through the coaching staff for the New York Knicks. Do we double and allow other players to get involved, or let Tyson Chandler, last year's Defensive Player of the Year, play Hibbert one-on-one?
And Amari Stoudemire comes up with 2. You see Chandler on the bench. They've gone small. Martin playing the center. Here comes Felton. George Hill is on him. He can spin about 18 different ways. Here's Anthony with a 3, and he puts it down. Carmelo Anthony with a 3-point shot right there. He's only shot 29% in the playoffs beyond the arc. Augustine to George. And Martin comes out on him. That means Carmelo and Weston's up. Augustine. Nice defensive play by Chandler. Boy, he stopped that drive in its tracks. And a second shot clock violation by Indiana.
Yeah, if you're Frank Vogel, especially with Carmelo with 2 fouls, he was guarding David West down there. You got to give that a little bit more of a look.
Carmelo's got that stroke. You can see it now. He's shooting 50%. He's only done it one other time in the playoffs. Shumpert, a 3-ball. Carmelo over George. Got it. Anthony with 16. Shot clock at 9. Shumpert on the perimeter. Stevenson on him. Dribbles off his foot. Shot clock to 4. It's George and Anthony. Carmelo. Got it right before the buzzer. 19 for him. They go inside. What a pass. West to Stevenson. He could not convert. Looked like that ball was lasered in there perfectly. He just couldn't finish. Carmelo Anthony. He's got 21, 8 of 17. George drives on Chandler. It's knocked away. Here comes Ray Felton with his 12 points. From behind Hill, Anthony uncorks the 3. Puts it down, 24 for Carmelo, 50% shooting. The Indiana Pacers have gone up 3 games to 1 on the New York Knicks. Welcoming a sellout crowd to Madison Square Garden for a possible series-ending game in this Eastern Conference semifinal. And indeed, time is running out on the Knicks and their star. The Indiana Pacers lead the Knicks 3 games to 1, have beaten them 2 straight back in Indianapolis, and can eliminate the number 2 seed Atlantic Division champs and the league's scoring champion, Carmelo Anthony, with all eyes on him.
Something defensively I saw in that first possession by the Indiana Pacers as Carmelo Anthony knocks down his first shot of the evening. No double team down low on Roy Hibbert. Turnover there by the Indiana Pacers.
The longer a series goes, the more animosity it seems that is built up. Anthony for 3. Carmelo Anthony is at 2 in a row, and a good sign for the New York Knicks. Now they've got West on Anthony. And Carmelo still knocks it in. He's got 3 field goals and a timeout, Indiana.
What a start for Carmelo Anthony, Mike Woodson, and the New York Knicks.
The spinning Anthony puts it up. Working his way, finding 2. He's got a game-high 9 for New York.
Carmelo has to take Roy Hibbert.
He does. Wow.
There's no way, foot speed-wise, that Hibbert, especially with 2 fouls, was going to be able to guard Carmelo Anthony 18 feet away from the rim.
Carmelo, the 2. As nice screen play there by Chandler. Crossover by Anthony on George. Carmelo Anthony. He's got a game high, 15 points. Oakland gets it inside. Carmelo contorting and puts in his 17th point right there. Carmelo Anthony is 8 of 18 tonight. Anthony. George is there to defend. Shot clock is down to 5. Carmelo Anthony.
And that's a good move there by Carmelo. Don't fight with Paul George. It's good to see that Paul George has found his offense here in this 3rd quarter. Talking about him exerting so much offense, trying to guard the man with the ball right now, Carmelo Anthony.
You're right, though. He had only 5 in the first half, 11 here in the 3rd. Carmelo. Anthony's got that stroke. He's got 21. On Tuesday, Carmelo Anthony put in 24. Carmelo's got 6 here in the 3rd. 5-4 on the shot clock. Young is watching Carmelo. Anthony with a big shot. And that's what it's going to now be, back and forth, everything so precious. 24 for Carmelo, 23 for George. George will defend Carmelo. Shot clock is down to 7.
Anthony.
Well, he gave him a little bit of a Dirk Nowitzki shot right there. The little step back, and you raise up that leg to create space.
And the New York Knicks will win this game by 10. And it's 3-2 Pacers, and they'll go back to Indianapolis for Game 6 on Saturday.
So here we go with Game 6, Bankers Life Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis. The Knicks have not won here this year, including the regular season. The Pacers have not lost here in the playoffs. Their games against Atlanta and games 3 and 4 here against New York. Knicks off the mat to rally from 3-1, trying to force a Game 7 at the Garden on Monday night. Felton's penetration in Game 5 made it a much different looking offense for the Knicks. Anthony missed his first shot.
And that was DJ Augustine in that start, who not quite the defender that George Hill is.
Paul George, a 3. Felton on a turn, Anthony to the basket. And the foul, as Anthony was driving. They will get Hibbert. That's always important. First one on the big man. J.R. Smith. He's off on the 2. Melo on the glass with the first offensive rebound and the first field goal of the night for Carmelo.
Good job by Carmelo attacking the glass to get an easy one for himself.
Paul George walks right in on Smith, and the Indiana lead is 6. Those subs at the timeout. Carmelo Anthony's at back-to-back field goals. Now 2 of the Knicks 4, and New York off a good offensive start from Indiana, hanging right in there, a 3-point game. George out of the corner, and 1. Melo on the 3-point play, and George will have a chance for 4.
Melo didn't think so, Mike.
Melo. Carmelo has 8. Paul George has 8. Anthony gets a Kenyon Martin screen. Contested jumper. He's got 10. And we're tied again at 25.
Hibbert's got to step up on that screen. He's got Kenyon Martin. There's no need to worry about Kenyon Martin at the 3-point line.
Oh, Anthony getting in a rhythm now. 5 of 8. Dozen points for Carmelo. 5 on the shot clock for New York. And Anthony again watched by Young. Connects 6 in a row for Carmelo. And back to a 4-point game.
Now, if you're Young there, you understand the clock is down. You have to crowd Carmelo as best you can. He did a pretty decent job. That was a tough shot. But force him into putting that ball on the floor in that late clock situation.
George to the basket. Felton, little flotation device in the lane. Anthony put it back in.
Couple tip-ins now for Melo.
Off the inbounds, it's Anthony twirling and scores. What a job by Carmelo. Missed his first 3 shots, and since then has gone 8 for 12. Anthony challenge is inside Hibbert and George, and the foul's called on Indiana.
So many mental errors here tonight. Transition defense, miscommunications. Those are things that just can't happen when you're in the situation that the Knicks are.
Melo had George Hill. That was his green light. 24 for Carmelo Anthony. 24 of the New York 51. Late clock George. Turn and toss for 2. Wow. To the Knicks MVP. Oh, Anthony man. Again. 6 in the quarter, 26 in the game. Almost half the New York points. To the basket, Hibbert.
Maybe got it out just a little too far. Just a little bit out of the comfort zone. Caught it about 8 feet out and unable to finish.
Melo got them all. Carmelo Anthony single-handedly keeping the Knicks in it. 29 points.
Oh, man, it looked like he got hit, too.
He was looking for it. George still made it. Pacers 5 of 6 from the field here in the third.
Well, how about efficient? 14 points for George, 6 of 9 shooting. And I'd assume that we go right back to Carmelo Anthony here on the offensive end.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Wow. And for everybody who whines about the efficiency, 20 shots to get his 31 points in an elimination game. Anthony working on George. There's no double still coming. And the foul called on Paul George. Anthony, 13 in the quarter. On the screen. On the drive. Anthony scores and the Knicks take a 2-point lead. What an astonishing comeback and a stunned crowd here in Indianapolis.
It's been a lot of Melo, but boy, have they all pitched in here in the third.
Fans rise to their feet. George rises to the rim and scores at the end of the third quarter.
I love it. Enjoy the challenge. Step up. This is all you can ask for. Great back cut by Hill.
And a great find from the top, Paul George. Setting him up, George. Beautiful release on the tough shot by Paul George.
Late clock again here.
Yep, West twisting, late pass to George. Just beats the clock.
What great vision there by West.
Wow.
Clock running down, didn't panic. Probably could have took a tough shot, but found George. Nice cut and finish.
Smith, 2 of 11, makes the 3.
From who?
Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony.
Going the other way.
Yeah.
Offensive foul on Anthony, his 4th, as they rock the field house as we hit a timeout with 4:32 remaining. Anthony, first field goal of the quarter. 5-point game, 2:12 to go. Anthony on the deck to the rack. There's no Hibbert. He can go to the goal. It's a 4-point game. Final seconds run down. Smith with a hoist that rattles out. The Knicks season is over. And for the first time in 9 years, the Indiana Pacers back in the Eastern Conference Finals.